Call Trajan today at 407-213-0000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company.
Roll with Hard Rock Bet for Big Game 59 because we are rolling out over $5.9 million in bonus bets. The big game kicks off Sunday in New Orleans, but get your share of Big Easy bonus bets now so you can place more bets on us instead of using your own cash. It's the big game rollout. 5.9 million in promos only on Hard Rock Bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Hey, this is Russ Rollins. Solar Source, they just keep making my life better. Pool heated, taken care of. Battery backup for power outages, that is all covered thanks to Solar Source. And now they're going to install a solar electric system to wipe out my power bill. They're awesome to work with, and it's a great company. Customer service is really awesome with Solar Source. Go to solarsource.com/monsters. That's solarsource.com/monsters. Call Solar Source today. The future is solar powered.
MegaCon Orlando is where fandoms collide. Your favorite celebrities, voice actors, and comic creators will all be at the Orange County Convention Center from February 6th through the 9th. Tickets on sale now at megaconorlando.com.
Spending gold at Florida businesses just got easier. Meet the Goldback, Florida's very own local currency made with pure 24-karat gold. It's like cash, but without the inflation. To celebrate the launch of this new currency, we're giving away free half Goldbacks to Florida residents. It's your chance to experience spending real gold right here in Florida. Claim yours before they run out at freegoldback.com, and we'll ship it right to your Florida address absolutely free.
Scott for Scots here. Your lawn is meant for all things bonus. Bonus relaxing, bonus playing, bonus beauty. But when dollar weed and clover are popping up everywhere, it's time to start cutting them back with Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S. It kills dollar weed and clover and feeds your grass so it grows thick and strong to crowd out future weeds. Now that's worth some bonus points, eh?
Get a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S today. It's guaranteed or your money back.
Feed your lawn. Feed it.
Want to play a game with me and Dad?
Mommy's not feeling good.
You need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with Dayquil VapoCool. It's Dayquil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
Come on, honey. Let's let Mommy rest.
You guys are amazing. And so is Dayquil VapoCool.
Dayquil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, fever, power through your day medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, PAY. P-A-Y. Pay. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers.
The News Junkie is on.
The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day.
The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Tuesday, February 4th, 2025. Lots to get to today, from Trump's big tariff wins to Elon Musk is running wild on the federal government. And these clothes could get you kicked off your next flight, plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right to the studio in real time. And it is, friends, a Share the Show Tuesday.
Yeah.
That's right. Here we are to share the show Tuesday when it's on you to represent us and help us out. Tell people about the News Junkie Radio Show no matter where you are and what you're doing. Send a link around to the live stream. Hit that like button if you're watching over on YouTube or Twitch. Whatever you need to do to spread the word today is very helpful, and we appreciate you for that on a Share the Show Tuesday. How's everybody doing on a Tuesday?
Good, ready to share.
I get to be the flustered one today.
Yeah, I'm waiting for C-Lane's lawn guy to come by, and then he can deal with a little bit of what I deal with once a week.
He's on his way.
Yeah,
he's coming.
You still got that handsome lawn guy that your wife mysteriously signed you up for?
No. That guy broke my window. That guy just stopped coming at some point.
Of course that guy broke your window, because you can be the worst lawn guy ever if you're just ridiculously good looking. You glisten out there with your shirt off and you go, I'm so sorry. I made a mistake.
Yeah,
don't worry about it.
Unrelated. Can I grab his number when you get a chance?
It's totally fine.
So many leaves at my house.
All is well. All right, we got a lot to get into here on a Share the Show Tuesday. C-Lane is watching Jackson at home, kind of, out of the side eye.
There is somebody else here in the building that's watching Jackson. It's not like I'm just quarantined in my room and he's...
Yeah.
Free to do whatever.
Jackson is in an empty room in C-Lane's house, and
with
there's
a couple knives.
milk. There's milk, cereal, and knives on the floor. And hopefully gets to the milk and cereal, and then the rest will be just fine, I think. All right.
You can't cut the cereal in half without the knives.
Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse, and let's see what's happening in this great big wide world of ours, friends. And we go to a dog. I liked this video. You may have seen this a bunch of times, but it's enjoyable regardless. And these people have a dog that has the most bizarre bark I think I've heard in quite some time.
Is it the yawn?
No, I don't know. Maybe there's a yawn one too. This one is like, it literally sounds like the dog is saying the word woof.
Oh.
Like, it sounds like you programmed a robo-dog and you made a mistake and you're like, I don't want it to actually say woof. I want it to make the woof, the barking sound, which I'm not going to do for you right now.
Aw.
Hillary Clinton did that once. Real bad mistake. Real bad move on her part. So here's the dog on Instagram who I like today.
Oh, no.
Oh, what?
It was the most human woof I think I ever seen in my entire life. That dog.
One more time, please.
Straight up sounded like it was just saying woof.
Oh, no.
Woof. Woof. And a husky. I hope they're somewhere cold, because some of you folks, you got these huskies in these hot states. Man, I don't know what you're doing with these dogs. People get dumb about huskies. People get real dumb. People get dumb about dogs.
Arizona desert huskies.
Yeah, people get dumb about dogs in general. I saw somebody called the cops on a dude, and he goes, somebody called the cops on me because they said I was abusing my dogs. And his dogs were outside curled up, sleeping in the snow. And a neighbor was like full Karen going, oh, my God, he's abusing his dogs over there. The dogs are just forced outside in the snow. And he goes, the cops came and saw I had huskies, and they said, Jesus, I'm sorry.
The huskies
I'm sorry.
love the snow.
They love it, man. These are the dogs that are built for this stuff. They absolutely are built for this.
Woof.
Woof. On that front, I had a question for everybody, and maybe some animal whiz kids out there, some experts, some vets. I know we got vets that listen. The question I have for you is, I saw a big fight on the internet yesterday, I think, that was spilling out on a couple different social media platforms. And I said, like, my gut tells me how to feel about this, but I don't know if I'm right or not. But they were fighting on the
Instagram, Twitter. Y'all see that?
And it was Sublime, who's back out there with the former lead singer Brad, his son, because he's dead. His son is out on tour with the band, and they're having fun and they're doing their thing. And one of the kind of tentpole gimmicks that they would do as Sublime is they would have the dog on stage. Yeah, they had Louis Dog, the Dalmatian, would be on stage during their shows. And this concert that was from like the last week or so, Sublime's playing on stage, and the dog is up there, and the dog's like running around and jumping.
A lab, or something like that. Super cute.
Yeah, it's a beautiful dog. It goes up on the stage. It's kind of rolling around a little bit. It's rolling around on its ears and stuff, and looking cute and kind of chilling on the stage. And the comments were full of people going, the reason it's doing that is because it's in unbelievable amounts of pain from the decibels that are blaring into its sensitive dog ears on stage.
That's not how sound works at a concert.
And I said, is it? Because I literally don't know. Like, I would imagine if the dog, just going from my gut once again, it's what leads me many times. If I see a dog that is uncomfortable, it doesn't sit quietly. A dog will howl or
its
cry.
Tail is tucked between its legs.
Yes, or run.
Cower.
The visual of a dog.
It will cry. It will start crying.
A dog being harmed in some way is one of the most clear visuals you can get. I can see a video on mute and go, that person is harming that dog. That dog is not comfortable right now. But if the dog is hopping around,
it's fine. And also, if you are on stage, especially for, I imagine, very big shows that Sublime is playing, you don't get any of what the people are hearing in the audience. You might have some monitors, but for the most part, they're using in-ears. There are some shows that are so big that if you get on stage, you can't hear anything but the drums, essentially.
Yeah, well, because they also need that sound to travel really far, and sometimes these people know what they're doing. But
the sound is traveling to the audience. If you're on stage, it is in front of you.
But the dog has very sensitive hearing, so I can understand that part of it, but it didn't look like it was in distress in the slightest. So animal experts, let us know what you think. Send us a dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com and an email, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Markets heading up today. Oh, good. Thank God yesterday wasn't fantastic. There was some red arrows, you might say, on some of the investment screens I was looking at. My iHeart stock doing okay today. Much better off than it was yesterday. And at least some of that. I don't know if overall. When did you buy in on the iHeart stock?
When you talked about it?
I don't even remember when that was anymore. Because
it should show you on your app. It'll tell you what the order was for how much and when you did it.
Let's see. Beep boop beep boop. It was
January 3rd for me. I bought it January 3rd.
Oh, damn it.
And this was really a New Year's resolution.
Yeah, I told you. I said, well, look, this company, the stock could explode. Let me do it. And I've just been putting little piles of money.
Not feel like you've had that stock for a month.
Yeah, I guess I have. But
21st for me.
I started small, and now I'm just slowly piling a couple of dollars on it here and there. And yesterday wasn't good, but today is better. And it's probably because that uncertainty about the tariffs that Trump was pushing out has been eased. Mexico made a deal. We can talk about that a little bit. And then Canada, last night, right before the tariff was going to go into effect on Canada, the Canadians said, we'll do it. We'll make a deal. And we'll talk about that, too. But Trump, even just moments before that, was still pushing, I'll tell you what I need. I need Canada as the 51st state. This is the negotiation tactic, I guess, from him.
He could agree to change your mind on the tariff?
Well, we can always, look, what I'd like to see, Canada become our 51st state. We give them protection, military protection. We don't need them to build our cars. I'd rather see Detroit or South Carolina or any one of our Tennessee, any one of our states build the cars. They could do it very easily. We don't need them for the cars. We don't need them for lumber. We don't need them for anything. We don't need them for energy. We have more energy than they do. We don't need them for energy. So I say, why are we doing this? Why are we willing to lose between $100 billion and $200 billion a year? We don't need them.
So he says we don't need them. Moments later, well, not moments, but hours later, the Canadians came back and said, hey, here's what we're going to do. We'll take this deal. Here's what we got for you. And now in Mexico and Canada, the things that would have made all their imported products cost more expensive, all of those things, the tariffs, have been paused for some number of time, maybe 30 days or so.
A month.
Yeah, the next month to see what's going on. So, I mean, looks like that's a good thing. I know people are trying to pick this apart, and we'll go at that, too. I know CNN afterwards was like, he got a dumb deal. He didn't get anything out of this. Here's what they said on CNN.
Now we've just gotten this announcement from Trudeau himself, who I should note got out ahead of the White House in this. He said he had a good call with Trump. He said that Canada is going to be implementing a $1.3 billion border plan where they talk about reinforcing the border. I should note that's actually something that Trudeau announced and Canada announced back in December, about mid-December. But also in this announcement, Jake, he says that they are going to have frontline personnel working and protecting the border after concerns about fentanyl coming across. And he said that they are going to be appointing a fentanyl czar and that they will list cartels as terrorists and ensure 24/7 eyes on the border. I believe.
All right, so a lot of people were saying, well, Trump got duped here. Trudeau is just a master. He's the best at this. He's never that. Trudeau is never the master at any interaction he's ever having. But in this case, there was a plan back in the end of 2024 for Canada to implement their $1.3 billion border plan. That is going to be the same, but that's not the whole.
Just told them, here's what I'm going to do, the thing that I was already planning on doing.
That's what a lot of people who hate Trump or just are watching some of the mainstream coverage are running with today. But it's not the only thing that's happening here. Canada has they're going to appoint a fentanyl czar. They are going to do, and this was one of the big things, list cartels as terrorists. Trump really wants this. His administration really wants that. And Mexico has already done it. They're going to ensure 24/7 eyes on the border. What does that mean? I don't know. 24/7.
So many eyes, no blinking at all.
We've hired 3 Canadians. They will be sparsely put out across the border with the United States, and 24/7 they will have their eyes like Clockwork Orange, taped open, staring at that border.
We just got some government-issued Ring doorbell cameras. Ring border cam. We'll just ring the whole damn thing. They'll just be on an app.
Yeah,
24/7 eyes.
And they're set on motion capture, so nobody will miss anything here. They're going to launch a Canada-U.S. Joint Strike Force to combat organized crime, fentanyl, and money laundering. And then there's a new intelligence directive on organized crime and fentanyl that they'll be backing with $200 million. So it's not true to say this was just something they had promised already under the Biden administration. And they did the same thing with Mexico. And one of the more accurate stories I saw on this, before we get to some other fun stuff here, was President Donald Trump said he would delay the planned tariffs on goods from Canada and Mexico after talking with their leaders. Blah, blah, blah. Some of the concessions build on the steps the countries have already taken. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau led his ex-post announcing the tariff delay by highlighting the country's $1.3 billion border security plan, around $900,000 in U.S. dollars. Well, $900 million, they meant. The plan increases its cooperation with the U.S. and focuses on stopping the flow of fentanyl. The deal mentioned is the one Canada announced in December when Biden was in office. Similarly, Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum announced plans to send troops on the Mexican side of the border with the U.S. While Mexico already had 15,000 troops at the border, this is what people are saying. They already did this. The same thing they already promised. They are sending, and they're already sending these up, 10,000 additional troops that are headed to the southern border. So this is indeed a change, and it is a way to get, I guess, whatever Trump was pushing for on both sides here, show other people the tariff thing is serious and turn the markets around, which so far looks like that's happening today. And that's all I care about, honestly.
Is nobody really talking about the whole there's not that much fentanyl coming from Canada discussion?
Not a lot of people
that's
are.
being swept under the rug, that it's really not a whole lot of fentanyl coming from Canada.
Yeah, and that's just the truth. The fact is it's only a tiny percentage of fentanyl coming into the United States is coming from Canada. It's just true. And that's why I said I don't mind using tariffs to get better deals with these other countries that have long taken advantage of the United States. I want us to win way more than I care about them winning. I want us to win. But the rationale for that was silly. This was not a huge issue at all. What do you think, though? Let us know. And you can send a dispatch to join us on the show. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and record yours right now. Meanwhile, China imposes 15% tariffs on coal and some other things as a response to Trump's tariffs. So they haven't backed down on things quite yet in China. No big surprise there. All right, what we're going to do is take a break. We're going to get into a bunch of stuff, including, should somebody have been arrested yesterday? Should somebody have been arrested? Maybe a member of the show. Maybe a member of the show. Maybe not. We'll see. And we got to get to this body cam footage of a couple who just wanted to party. That's it. You know,
sorry for partying.
What's so wrong with that? They just like to party.
They just wanted to party. That's all they were into, and they ended up in real big trouble. Wait until you hear this. That's going to be in just a bit here on the show. That plus your dispatch is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Now that you can have people over again,
Why is your remote sticky?
tell your smart speaker to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
The right lane's blocked due to an accident on State Road 429 southbound at Plant Street. There's an accident where LPGA Boulevard meets I-95. Slowdowns on I-4 in that Lake Buena Vista area and delays between US 27 and after State Road 429 there. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's 2 faves for just $7. Right now at Wendy's, you can get 2 of these favorite items for just $7. Choose from their spicy or classic chicken sandwich, Dave's single, or 10-piece nugs. 2 fave items for $7? Gotta be Wendy's. Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Terms apply.
Folks, you got that air conditioner back on, and now is the time to make sure it's working the right way, because we are going to, before you know it, maybe we have another cold spell or two. We got to kick that heater on, but then things will begin the slow climb to very, very warm, and your air conditioner needs to be checked out. If it's older than a couple years old, have the people from Mills Air, the amazing techs over there, check out your AC. They can fix it. They can get it running. They can make sure it's running perfectly, no matter what kind of air conditioning you have. They are very, very experienced, and they're a Carrier factory authorized dealer. So if right now you're thinking, I need a new AC, the Carrier units are so efficient, they will save you huge on your power bill. And with Mills Air, you can get massive rebates toward a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. 407-277-1159. Or find them online at millsair.com.
Before the Great American Race on Sunday, the high banks of Daytona heat up with a Saturday night showdown in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Experience the intense competition up close on the sport's biggest stage to kick off the 2025 season. The NASCAR Xfinity Series at Daytona International Speedway, Saturday, February 15th. Tickets start at just $49, and kids 12 and under are free in general admission. Secure your seats now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Thinking about selling your home? Well, hold on to your packing tape. The Nickley Group can sell houses faster than you can find that one missing sock. Get a guaranteed cash offer on your home from the Nickley Group today. Visit thenickleyGroup.com.
It's always a good time for donuts, so indulge in Shipley Donuts. Fresh-made donuts in delicious flavors, from classic glaze to the Oreo cookie top treats, crafted with quality ingredients. Catering and online ordering is available. Visit Shipley Donuts, now open in Orlando on South Cimarron Boulevard.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
For more than 35 years, Florida Prepaid has been helping families save for college. As the largest, most successful prepaid program in the nation, parents can rest easy knowing their investment is safe and sound because it's protected by the state of Florida. It's the risk-free, worry-free way to save for your child's future, so you have absolutely nothing to lose sleep over. Florida Prepaid open enrollment is now. Plans start at just $29 a month. Enroll today.
Scott for Scott's here. Your lawn is meant for all things bonus. Bonus relaxing, bonus playing, bonus beauty. But when dollar weed and clover are popping up everywhere, it's time to start cutting them back with Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S. It kills dollar weed and clover and feeds your grass so it grows thick and strong to crowd out future weeds. Now that's worth some bonus points, eh?
Get a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S today. It's guaranteed or your money back.
Feed your lawn. Feed it.
Taxes was not knowing your full financial picture. Now Taxes is getting and maximizing your refund all in one place. Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get you the most money back, guaranteed. Then you can do more with all that money, all in Credit Karma. Now this is Taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. Get started today. See guarantee details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
Picture this. You're cozy by the fire sipping cocoa, or out on the town grabbing a well-deserved nightcap, with the peace of mind knowing your pet is safe at home with Invisible Fence brand. Your customized pet fence gives you confidence that wherever winter takes you, your pet has both freedom and security. With Invisible Fence brand, service and safety never stops. Visit invisiblefence.com to learn more. That's invisiblefence.com.
I'm Greg Rosenthal, host of NFL Daily. Join me live from Radio Row in New Orleans. I'll be interviewing the NFL's biggest names all week long. NFL Daily will have you ready for this year's big moment. Will it be Mahomes completing the three-peat or Jalen Hurts avenging their Super Bowl 57 loss? We'll be there on the field after the game. Full recap, interviews with this year's Super Bowl champions. Don't miss it.
Listen to NFL Daily on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow NFL Daily and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, PAY, P-A-Y, PAY. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
They're best friends, unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the news.
You help us by doing anything you can to spread the word about the News Junkie radio show. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com/share. Follow all of us on social media. That is greatly appreciated. Or just hit that like button if you're watching over on youtube.com/thenewsjunkie. Lots of stuff to get into today, as always. I want to talk about something. We didn't really even get into this yesterday. But on the Kanye wife thing that happened at the Grammys. It's legitimately his wife, right? I'm always tripped up on that.
I don't remember them getting married.
I believe that's his wife.
I always see her referred to as Kanye's wife whenever I see any stories about it. So we'll just go with that for right now. But everybody knows, they've seen the videos and stuff. It got all the attention it was supposed to get.
Not her first nude rodeo.
Nah, she's done a lot. This was the most aggressive, I would say. Because she was just fully nude. Like, there was nothing to the imagination. There wasn't anything.
Like, once she took the coat off, it was just nothing.
Nothing underneath. It was just a sheer thing, but it hid nothing. It wasn't a clever thing. It wasn't part of some, like, design that had a boob popped out over here. It was just literally like, here you are naked, and we're going to pretend like you're wearing a sheer outfit where you could see absolutely everything. So no different than if she was standing there completely and totally naked. And afterwards, I wondered, how is it that she didn't get arrested for that?
Art.
How is it that that wasn't public indecency, whatever the definition of that would be under California law? Like, to just be fully naked. I imagined afterwards.
Don't they have Show the Nip in California?
Even if they did, she freed way more than the nipple. She had everything on display. And what if I went to the Grammys and God forbid
swinging dong?
God forbid I wore her outfit, this completely sheer outfit, and there you see, there's Sean, and you can see everything.
How old is the youngest person at the Grammys? That's another thing that you have to factor in whenever you're just naked somewhere.
There could be kids at the Grammys.
Like out on the red carpet?
I don't know how many there are, because it doesn't seem like a place where you'd necessarily bring kids, because it's chaotic and it's a lot of people interviewing celebrities and stuff. But there was a kid around the corner, unless that photo was fake. I saw a photo of a kid peeking over, trying to get a look at what was happening. Let me see if I can find that, because there was a photo of this little kid looking over. Kid Sensori.
Well, they were going to talk to the little kid, but then Chapel Roan walked by.
Focus goes elsewhere.
Chapel.
I don't know if I could find this, but there was a little kid who was around the corner. Oh, here it is. As she's on the red carpet, and she's unveiling her nude body, I guess.
I mean, it's unreal. I'm looking at a picture of it now, and all you could see is the trim. I wouldn't know there was a dress there if it wasn't for the trim mid-thigh.
No, yeah, it's like she's clearly just naked. But how is that not illegal? And if I did that, I feel like they'd go, whoa, we didn't consent to you exposing your nude body to us, Sean. How could you do this?
Yeah.
you're breaking some sort of laws here. And I'm like, I don't want anybody to be arrested for that. I don't want her to be. But I'm just wondering what the rules actually would be.
Did you see what LAPD responded?
Okay. No, did they? I didn't even know they responded to this.
So it's been announced that she is not going to face any legal consequences for wearing a completely see-through dress at the Grammy red carpet. LAPD sources said that no one who was at Crypto.com Arena on Sunday made any formal complaints about the wife's outfit or lack thereof. Sources also pointed out that the annual award show is a private event.
Oh, okay.
So anything goes.
Well, but wasn't that, I might be wrong, wasn't the red carpet thing outside, or were they indoors where that happened?
I always thought it was outside.
It was outside, but they noted that a charge of indecent exposure in California requires willful public exposure of one's genitals with the specific intent to offend or sexually arouse. Theoretically
I think
possible.
It fits that.
Well, this is what this source says. It's theoretically possible, but unlikely she'll face any criminal prosecution, noting that the district attorney's office would have had to make that call.
Yeah, and somebody would have had to complain, like they said. You need something.
Are they inferring that she was naked, but not in a way that was sexually arousing and hadn't offended anybody, or intentionally offending anybody?
I think you could get her on those other points.
No one made a complaint.
I think the problem is that it was a private event. That's the issue, and that nobody made the complaint. Because if anybody made a complaint, then the cops would go, all right, we have to figure out if we're going to do something about this.
But there has to be someone at the event, right? Because I imagine 1 million moms is on this.
Yeah, somebody online must have complained, just because everybody online complains about everything. But we'll see what you say. Let us know what you think. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Send us a dispatch right now.
I was thinking about, like, if you are the security at the Grammys and Kanye's wife just decides to just strip everything off and you have to now kick her out. Are you trying to, like, where are you grabbing? It's really hard to, like,
you grab the coat and just
manhandle a naked woman and not have this look bad.
Yeah, but she had the giant coat, so you have to grab that and then make sure she doesn't put her arms in the coat part, so it would kind of become like a one handcuff for her body.
Man, it was...
Like you're capturing an animal with a blanket?
Exactly.
It was quite a scene to see all of that. All right, tips at thenewsjunkie.com, and Bo emails the show. Says, good evening, Junkie and team. Bear with me as I'm catching up on the podcast via Spotify. What are you doing, man? You can listen on Spotify, that's fine. But I just heard King, I'm a Bad Girl, and I wanted to comment, whether you mentioned in the next 2 episodes, I don't know. But when playing the audio from RFK's confirmation, and pause, by the way, we're still, I think, like 1 vote hanging in the balance to see if RFK will be confirmed.
What happens if he's not?
If he's not, they have to put somebody else up, and they have to start the whole process over. They would want to, because you want to get people seated in all your cabinet positions, so they would want to push somebody else down the pipeline. But he is like, RFK Jr., like this close. It could go either way. So we're watching that story too. Back to the email. When you were playing the audio from RFK's confirmation, you missed his responses, which I think were great, and apparently people in the room did too, as it was followed by applause. To Elizabeth Warren, the next sentence there was him stating that he would not swear to not sue the pharmaceutical companies.
He would not swear to not sue.
That's what he says. And then he says the Bernie grilling, where he called him, Warren, and the entire political meeting in front of him out for making millions in payouts from the pharmaceutical companies, which was really awesome. He continues, look,
you made millions.
I was a diehard Democrat for years, just as RFK, Tulsi Gabbard, etc. was. But something needed to change, and it looks like it's happening, and frankly, I can't wait. The country has gone crazy. Here's hoping the money stops lining the pockets of our officials and it goes back to the people. Health, wealth, and happiness to us all. Love the show, guys. Keep it up. Sincerely, a loving listener, Bo. Thank you, Bo. Appreciate your comments. You too can join the show. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com if you'd like to. Somebody is chiming in on the nudity and whether or not Bianca Censori should have been arrested or charged. Here's King Ling Ling.
So when I moved to Portland from Orlando,
right,
I was taken back when there's just naked people walking all over and riding bikes through the city. Evidently, it's not illegal to be naked in Portland. In Oregon, period, as long as it's not in a sexual manner.
Show your organs in Oregon.
Down the street, naked, all you want, and it's okay.
Yeah, that's not even just a Portland thing. Chicago used to do that too.
And when they would do the naked bike ride, and there would be hundreds of people fully nude on their bikes, the first thing you learn is, look, the naked body is amazing. You know, like when I see a naked female body, fantastic. Just a work of art. Really well done to, whoever was responsible, right?
Some of them.
What is it, a car?
Right? Yeah, just beautiful. The female form is what I'm commenting on here. It's beautiful. But the more kind of physical things you do naked, the worse things look. So you could be really in great shape. But when you're naked and you're riding a bicycle, all of the movement that's going on there, like it is not good. And there's nothing great about that at all. But it happens in other cities other than Portland.
So you're saying, like, take even the hottest supermodel-esque, fit woman.
Yeah.
And she starts riding a bicycle and it's no longer attractive?
I think it's the same across sexes. I think, imagine a guy sitting down and
I don't have to imagine. I saw it when I did that Sabrina on the Job at the nudist resort.
It's not good.
It was
it's
awful.
Not good. Yeah, it's like,
turns out, and this was something I unfortunately had to ask questions about, is for you gentlemen on a bicycle, this guy had it one side or the other. I mean, you just have to put the boys and the berries onto one side, and there it was.
When you're naked, it's not really a thought process.
But then I brought it up to a bicyclist, and they're like, oh, they make seats for that, and shows me online, and there's bicycle seats with a hole in the middle, so you guys can put your junk in it.
That's weird.
Did you know that was a thing?
I'll
never forget.
And I think everybody should be encouraged not to ride your bike naked. You should not do
I'm
that.
gonna ride the Peloton naked.
That's safe. You're at home. You're good to go. Unless you wear the Peloton shoes and you get stuck in and you have have to call for help.
Okay.
Then,
how dare you? That's what happened my first and last time riding the Peloton. I've printed out all the instructions. I'm going to attempt tomorrow morning.
All right. But if you...
There's no way. You would never catch me on a Peloton naked. I have gotten off the Peloton clothed and my balls hurt. There's no way.
It's a good workout in a bad way. All right, we want to hear from you. Let us know what you think. We'll work in one more. Here's Grass Chopper talking about the Sublime Dog.
Hey, what's up, guys? Just enjoying the nice weather here in Palm Bay, Melbourne.
Yeah.
Sublime Dog, at least it used to be whenever Sublimes first started, was a Dalmatian, and they're deaf for the most part. That's why fire trucks and firemen like to have them as their mascot, so then the sirens and everything aren't bothering. So that dog's perfectly fine if it is a Dalmatian and it's one of the many that are deaf. So mow your grass.
All right. Thank you, Grass Chopper. Appreciate that. And Chad on YouTube says, naked yard work. Yikes. We've had that in stories before, friend. We had a guy.
Yeah, and the guy was well within his rights, which was awful.
I feel like he was in South Florida, Boca Raton or some area around there.
But I guess that what he was doing would kind of go along with what they were saying about the LA law. He was not doing it to intentionally offend, and he wasn't doing it to be sexy. Oh. So you could argue he was the opposite of that.
I'll say you this. If you go in your front yard and you bend over from the waist and your butt is facing me and you're weeding in your yard, you are offending me. I don't like it one bit. Here's the Disney adult talking about Sabrina.
Disney adult here and podcast listener, and I just wanted to dispatch in and thank Sabrina for ruining The Little Mermaid for me. Thank you so much. I will have Kiss the Gun stuck in my head for the rest of the day.
Forgot about that. I was like, I don't remember giving a spoiler alert for... No, it was a parody song that I believe all of us got involved in.
A real dark version of a Little Mermaid classic. If you missed it, go check out the podcast from yesterday. One more. Here's K8 Yogi.
I'm not up for body shaming, and everybody is beautiful, but what happens when she sits down? There's certain protection from certain things that are provided by underwear.
Yeah, that's why underwear are great. That's why
Some people
underwear
don't wear
are
underwear.
Fantastic. I don't understand the no underwear people. I'm sorry. You guys, you do you, commando people, and I'm not coming at you today on the show. It's America. Be free. If you don't want to wear underwear, don't wear underwear. I don't understand it. For guys,
neither do I, and that means you're washing your pants every day.
Oh, guys, risk factor is high. Risk factor is very high for guys. and you get a beans above the Frank situation going on. Not good for anybody. It's a nightmare for anybody. It seems like not the best idea. But I'll protect everybody's right to go nude and go commando underneath their clothes, at least I should say. Just not on bicycles. That's the weird one for me. What do you think? Let us know. Jump in with the dispatch. We got this very, very intense and insane and interesting audio of a body cam arrest of a couple that wanted to party a little too hard. But when we come back, we'll talk about what's happening with the Super Bowl. One of the commercials that is already leaked out, let's put that in air quotes, is a very unexpected one. Very unexpected, and we need to talk about this. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s. I'm a loser, baby, so why don't you kill me? Classic alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought.
Degrees above normal for this time of year with a high of 84 degrees today in Orlando. We'll hold steady right around the mid-80s through the end of this week and even into the weekend with high pressure overhead. That will help to keep us on the dry side as well with a good amount of sunshine. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Get Wawa Rewards' biggest deal of the year before it's gone. Redeem bonus offers for $1 hot coffee, $2 iced coffee, and $3 Monster Energy every day, as many times as you want. Now through February 16th.
Allergies are torture, but Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help you beat your allergies for good. Exact is clinically proven to give long-term lasting allergy relief in 3 injections. That's right, allergy relief in 3 injections. No matter how long you've suffered, no matter what else you've tried, with 3 injections, you can experience relief from your allergies. Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus. Go to AspireAllergy.com to book your appointment today. AspireAllergy.com.
People told me I needed to slow down. I told them I don't know how. I'm experiencing things I've only dreamed of. I have my freedom back. So while some days might be harder than others, I know a place I can go where I can feel strong and supported.
At VA, we're using technology to help veterans recover faster and live their lives to the fullest. Help us redefine the future of veteran healthcare.
Explore opportunities at vacareers.va.gov.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have health news, a CDC update.
Pneumococcal vaccination is now recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Roll with Hard Rock Bet for Big Game 59 because we are rolling out over $5.9 million in bonus bets. The big game kicks off Sunday in New Orleans, but get your share of Big Easy bonus bets now so you can place more bets on us instead of using your own cash. It's the big game rollout. 5.9 million in promos only on Hard Rock Bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMITTED.
Experience Tables Extraordinaire, February 5th through 7th at Holy Trinity Greek Orthodox Church in Maitland. Beautiful table designs, Greek culinary delights, and auction treasures. Then the Gala Banquet on Saturday, February 8th. Details at tables-extraordinaire.com.
Explore HVAC and maintenance tech opportunities at the Orange County Fleet and Facilities Job Fair. Apply, interview, and get hired same day. Plus, earn a $1,000 sign-on bonus. Thursday, February 6th, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Orange County Facilities Building in Orlando. Learn more at ocfl.net.
Thank you for making Mercedes-Benz of South Orlando one of the premier luxury dealerships in Central Florida. We are the official dealer of luxury, providing the ultimate VIP experience at a price you can afford. Call Monica Ventura at 689-319-7680. That's 689-319-7680. We guarantee you will be treated like VIP and nothing less. Across from the mall at Millennia.
Come watch athletes compete at the 12th Annual Scottish Highland Festival in Mount Dora, February 14th through 16th. Enjoy live Celtic music, traditional foods, and shop the unique vendors. The event is sponsored by Guinness Beer, Discover Lake, and the City of Mount Dora. Get your tickets at mountdorascott.com.
If your car's been totaled in a crash, you're entitled to collect what it retails for on the lot. But if insurance companies don't offer what you deserve, we're here to keep them honest. Farrah and Farrah. Orlando.
Want to play a game with me and Dad?
Mommy's not feeling good.
You need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with Dayquil VapoCool. It's Dayquil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
Come on, honey. Let's let Mommy rest.
You guys are amazing. And so is Dayquil VapoCool.
Dayquil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, fever, power through your day medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com. Show the coupon at the pharmacy and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today. Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com. Show the coupon at the pharmacy and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
Jackson Hewitt makes taxes feel like a yacht rock song. Get your max tax refund guaranteed, and new customers get $100 to switch. Don't miss the boat. Book an appointment with experts today. Limited time offer for new clients, participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
On the bright side, we're not dead yet. You're listening to the news.
This coming Sunday. In just a moment, we'll also hear from you with your dispatches on a Share the Show Tuesday. All that coming up in just a moment. Real quick, worth mentioning a couple of things on the way. One, there's a countdown timer on thenewsjunkie.com and the merch section of the website. And there is a new, very limited design drop that is coming up very soon. And make sure you act fast on this one. I think you're going to absolutely love it. It's an amazing way to support the show, honestly. So go watch that countdown timer over at thenewsjunkie.com. When it hits 0, grab it as fast as you can. And we'll debut the magnet and sticker tomorrow and the next day on the show, so you know what you're getting into before the design drops. Plus, we are still brewing up some things for a big announcement that will be, I would think, in the coming weeks here, about the biggest event I would say we've done in a very, very, maybe ever on the show, probably ever on the show. I think it'll be the biggest event that we've ever done, and it's going to be really exciting and something that I think everybody is going to go nuts for.
Same.
So when we get all the I's dotted and T's crossed on this, we will make an announcement, and I'm excited to see how you react to this. So maybe next week, but soon.
Of an announcement for now.
Yes. Well, that is coming up very, very soon on the show. Meanwhile, the Super Bowl commercials are being trotted out, and I love when they say that they were leaked. They leaked a leaked commercial. How does that happen?
There's no such thing.
Leaked by the actual company that's verified and the social media platform that has quote-unquote leaked it?
This is just releasing a commercial before it airs on the Super Bowl. That's what it is, and that's what happens a lot of times with this. And this one, of all things you might think might air during the Super Bowl, like a beer commercial. I know they got that Bud Light commercial with it's Shane Gillis and Post Malone. It reminded me of C-Lane very much because they're the Bud Light commercial is a like a cul-de-sac party. The whole thing.
I do like a good cul-de-sac party these days.
Yeah, the whole thing is a huge cul-de-sac party. It's a pretty fun commercial, actually. But this one is very, very different. And it's about, of all things, anti-Semitism. And here we go. It's Snoop Dogg.
Oh, I saw this.
And Tom Brady. The commercial that's going to air during the Super Bowl about anti-Semitism.
I hate you because we're from different neighborhoods.
I hate you because you look different.
I hate you because I don't understand you.
I hate you because people I know hate you.
I hate you because I think you hate me.
Because I need someone to blame.
Because you talk different.
Because you act different.
Because you're just different.
The reasons for hate are as stupid as they sound.
Man, I hate that things are so bad that we have to do a commercial about it.
Me too.
Stand up to all hate, it says. And
sounds good, guys.
Standuptoallhate.org, paid for by Foundation to Combat Anti-Semitism. This is the ad that's going to be airing. I don't think so.
It's a quick question.
There's a lot of famous Jewish people. Adam Sandler's got a whole song about it, right? And you could have picked just one of them. They got Tom Brady, who, unless he's some sort of secret Jew, not a Jew. Right? And Snoop Dogg, I would be blown away if he was a Jew. But I wish they would have gone full-fledged. It would have really gotten people's attention if they had Tom Brady stare at Snoop Dogg. And Snoop Dogg just did 15 seconds of anti-white slurs at Tom Brady. And Tom Brady did 15 seconds of anti-black slurs at Snoop Dogg. And then, because it would shock the hell out of everybody. And then at the end you go, stand up to all the hate. Don't do. These are all stupid reasons to hate somebody.
I could just repackage that old SNL bit with Chevy Chase and who was the other really famous black comedian? Did a lot of raunchy bits.
Oh, where
Richard Pryor?
Yeah,
Richard Pryor.
Yeah, that was probably one of the more extreme ones that they've done.
Yeah,
where they would go full fledged to the N-word kind of thing.
I mean,
dead honky.
I don't know how far this message is going to go. Because if I can think of two people that could get all the hate in the world and have, Snoop Dogg most recently, Tom Brady, I feel like, they don't care. They're still going to live their lives and do what they want and have a fat paycheck that follows them after they leave that room.
I know you can make a lot of money, Sabrina, doing Super Bowl commercials. When it's a message like this, do you think they still get paid? Because this seems like one you would do for a charity thing. This doesn't seem like one you would want to take a paycheck for.
Seems like exactly what they were asking Taylor Swift to do yesterday. Yeah. Except for drugs.
Right. Yeah, they wanted Taylor Swift to do an anti-fentanyl thing on her social media before the Super Bowl. This is that, but it's going to be airing during the Super Bowl with Tom Brady and Snoop Dogg. Another thing worth mentioning, there was some footage that came out after this D.C. plane chopper crash where the Black Hawk collided into the American Airlines flight, and a big tragedy with almost 70 people, I believe, that ended up dying. And there was some footage that was released in the wake of this that was the best footage we have seen. I remember when Sabrina goes, "Hey, did you see the new video?" And I said, "Oh, let's check this out." And it was the closest, when I say best footage, you know what I mean? I mean, like, you could see most clearly of all the options what was going on this crash. And you could see the plane heading in. You could see the chopper. You could see the collision between the two of them when they met. And then you could see the wreckage falling into the river. And obviously, this was the most clear footage at that time that was being shown anywhere. I didn't think twice about it. I just saw it, and I thought maybe it's from somebody's cell phone or somebody had some security cameras up somewhere, but that is not the case. 2 airport employees have been arrested. Not just like,
that's weird.
Fired. 2 airport employees have been arrested for leaking the video footage of the D.C. collision last week to CNN. 67 people are deceased because people didn't do their jobs right, and they're arresting people who shared the video, this person says. 2 Metropolitan Washington Airport Authority employees are now facing charges of, get this, computer trespass. After allegedly making an unauthorized copy of the video. So
I have not heard of computer trespass before.
Same.
That is a new one.
Yeah.
Have you committed that crime, Christopher?
Probably.
What is the statute of limitations on computer trespass?
The statute of limitations is, I have no idea, but you probably did this at one point. And this person, they're arresting them. That seems so crazy to me. But I guess you can't just steal video footage from your employer, even if it's a government, and they sold it. Or did they sell it or just leak it to CNN? This only says leaking the footage. Let me see what else I could find here.
I imagine they must have paid.
Maybe they did. I don't think they would be absolutely be on it. Here's a story from Fox 5 in D.C. 2 Metropolitan Washington Airport Authority employees have been arrested after a leaked video showing the deadly midair collision between a military helicopter and a commercial jet appeared on television. Mohammed Menge, 21, of Rockville, Maryland, was arrested on January 31st and charged with computer trespass under Virginia law. He was booked into the Arlington County Adult Detention Center and later released. He's 21 years old. Following further investigations, authorities also charged Jonathan Savoy, 45, of Upper Marlboro, Maryland, with computer trespass on February 2nd. Savoy was released on a summons by a magistrate. Both men are accused of making an unauthorized copy of the airport's authority records, though officials did not specify how the footage was obtained or distributed. This doesn't say anything about selling it. What we don't know, MWAA and law enforcement officials have not provided further details on whether the individuals could face charges as the investigation continues. It is also unclear whether the employees sold the video to CNN or handed it over for free. So,
is that something
let's
they
for
can
a second.
subpoena?
Let's for a second pretend.
Okay, hang on, guys. We're crashing into each other a lot here. Go ahead, Sabrina.
Go ahead, Sabrina.
All right. Is that something, because they got arrested, that CNN would be subpoenaed for and would have to admit that they paid for it?
Again, put that on the Mo list, but they absolutely could be. They could go, we need to find out what the extent of their involvement with CNN was. And then if CNN is found to be paying for this kind of footage, that's probably not a good look.
It's not a good look.
For CNN?
Yeah, for anybody involved. For CNN to buy the footage when...
But they didn't know that they stole it or did, I already forgot, computer trespassing?
Yeah, that's true. It could be that CNN had no idea what the actual source of the footage is. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what they say. So we'll keep an eye on this story. But 2 employees have now been arrested for leaking that video.
My question about this is, if CNN didn't pay for the video and they just took the video and gave it to CNN and now they're arrested, what would be the reasoning for the airport authority wanting to suppress that video? It's video of a tragedy that happened and they're trying to figure out what went wrong here.
I don't know that they would want to suppress it. Maybe they would, but maybe they would say it's not about that. It's about them creating unauthorized copies of this video. Right. They're not authorized to do that to begin with. I think of it more like, why wouldn't they be fired? You fire them, yes, but charging them.
That's a government entity.
Maybe, yeah.
We've been rewatching Breaking Bad. I mean, Nicole's saying it for the first time, but I got to tell you, eerie. We saw the episode last night and spoiler alert, sorry, but the plane crash.
Yeah.
And it is very close to what happened in D.C.
Is it?
Like, especially with the rumors going around that it had something to do with the control tower and 2 planes involved or 2, air vehicles and the way that it crashed. It was wild. It seemed almost like they predicted it.
It's strange how that works. That's why Simpsons, because they have so many episodes, is able to do that. Wow, they've covered so much ground.
Geniuses.
And then it just happens like this. All right, well, we'll see what you think about all this. Keep those dispatches coming in. We got more on the Super Bowl to get into in a bit, but when we return, this Florida couple left their child alone in a car to party. All they wanted to do was party, but the body cam footage from their arrest is something that's definitely going to go viral today, and you got to hear this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
This is Robert from Rockledge, Florida, and I just won $1,000.
Your next chance to win $1,000 is minutes away, courtesy of Mills Air on Real Radio 104.1.
There's a couple accidents to look out for on the roadways here where Goldenrod Road meets Valencia College Lane. Emergency crews are clearing up an accident on State Road 429 southbound near Orange Blossom Trail. The off-ramp is partially blocked due to construction from I-4 westbound to Buena Vista Drive. There's still delays on I-4 in that Champions Gate area. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Fall in love with how easy car care can be. Drive into Valvoline Instant Oil Change for a premium Valvoline oil change. No appointment needed. Save today at VIOC.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. We'll get you back on the road in no time.
Oh, mornings. Some people love them.
Okay, you have everything for your math test. And Mom, you have my lunch.
Some people hate them.
Everybody get in the car. Go, go, go.
We've all got to do them. Good thing Wawa's up and ready for you every morning. With fresh coffee, hot sizzlies, and fast, friendly service to keep your morning moving right along. Mornings made easy. Gotta have a Wawa.
Starting the journey to become a nurse can be confusing, but the first step is surprisingly simple. Join us at Galen College of Nursing's upcoming open house. You'll get to meet advisors, current students, and faculty. Plus, learn about the personalized student support Galen offers to help you succeed in nursing school. RSVP now for our open house on Tuesday, February 18th from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. by visiting galenecollege.edu/Orlando.
Tuesday, my favorite day of the week, thanks to Tijuana Flats. Every Tuesday, I can get dos tacos. That's 2 tacos, chips, and a drink for just $6.99. That's $6.99. Tijuana Flats, Tuesdays at Tijuana Flats. Go check it out.
Ooh, should we get an app?
Appetizer? Nah, not for me. Trying to save some money, you know?
You know what you need? The Upside app. Gives you cash back on essentials like gas, groceries, and dining. You could earn up to $10 on every restaurant meal.
Upside? What's the catch?
No catch. Just download the free app, claim an offer, and get real cash back at places like Popeyes, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut.
Okay, now that's the app I'm getting.
Download the Upside app and get a 10% bonus on your first restaurant purchase. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have health news, a CDC update.
Pneumococcal vaccination is now recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose. And millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
You wouldn't know it, but most financial advisors are put in a box. I'm Jeff Jr. from Trajan Wealth, and I want to provide you a little insight about financial advisors. Most financial advisors have to sell what their company requires them to sell, and many advisors have to only adhere to what's called a suitability standard. A suitability standard is a limited standard of care, not requiring what's sold to be best, just suitable. Advisors with this loose standard often have limited investment and product selection. Trajan Wealth is held to a fiduciary standard, which is the highest standard of care in the advisory business. And that's just one of the many reasons we have billions of dollars under our care and attract clients from other advisors. Raise your standards today and call Trajan Wealth. 407-213-0000. That's 407-213-0000.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GREEN. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
High diving face first into the world's most viral newsroom.
Tuesday. We hope you join us today on the show with the Dispatch, but just show your love in some way. Even liking that stream over on youtube.com helps. This is unfortunate for some parents that are involved in this story. I know C-Lane saw this story this morning and he goes, oh my God. You seen the body cam footage of these parents that left their little kid in the car while they were getting hammered?
At the bar.
It's so great.
Yeah, it's great for everybody but that little kid sitting in the back of the car just waiting on his parents. I've got this. We're going to play this for you here in a second, but the parents are Christina Vitucci, who's 35 years old, and Joshua Harris, who is 39, that are on this body cam footage. And I don't know if they handle this well or not, because I haven't seen this just yet. But C-Lane sent me the footage from the Edgewater Police Department.
You have not watched this at all yet?
No, and I haven't seen it yet. So
the part of this that I gave you is just once they're in the car in handcuffs. Now, there was a part that was released before this where they, because the cops are called because there's a little girl in a car.
Yeah.
And they get the girl out. And they just have to wait for the parents to come back to this car to start asking questions. But now what we're about to watch is once they've been arrested and they are in the car alone talking to each other.
Oh, God. Do they not know that the camera is rolling? Are they that dumb?
I had a question about this because it looks like, if you could see from the view here, it looks like the body cam is like facing the roof of the car or something. Like it's like somebody's body cam that they took off and left in the car.
Yeah.
And you should assume that if you're in a cop car, they can hear what you're going to say.
I would.
But it does seem like a little, if this weren't a cop car, this seems like a little violation of your privacy.
Let's see. Let's roll the tape here on this body cam footage and see what went down.
I literally cannot even just believe all this happened, honestly.
I can.
You
brought her to a bar.
Yeah, and you know what?
And you sat inside.
And I also asked you to leave how many times?
Oh, no.
I told you to leave.
But
I told you not to come here.
You didn't tell me not to come.
I said go home.
You know what, Josh?
I said go to the house.
Your charges are going to get dismissed.
Oh, no, this is not going well.
But it's so great. Popcorn bucket at hand.
This is not going well in the back of this police car. Do they say how young the child was, C-Lane? That's in the back of the car?
2 years old, I think.
Oh,
and
no.
Cold to the touch, they said, once found in the car. So it must have been, because this is in Florida, right?
Yeah, this was in Edgewater, Florida, where a woman and her boyfriend left a child alone in an unlocked car for more than 2 hours.
It's where they have that 19-year-old mayor, right?
I guess so. This is what's happening in that city. Christina Vitucci, 35, and her boyfriend Joshua Harris of Edgewater were each charged with child neglect. They both said, "Oh, we just got here. We haven't been at the bar long. We popped in just very quickly," but they don't sound like that.
I will meet you there. Cool. Your charges are going to dismiss and mine aren't.
Well, guess what? I still got to deal with this shit. And guess what?
You, honey.
I like the honey in there.
I like the, and guess what? And guess what?
F
guess
you,
what?
honey. You're still saying F you to him, but you're tossing in at least a honey on the end of that. That's a good move. Guys, you're incriminating yourself. This is like rule number 1 that attorneys are going to tell you, don't do this. Not great, Vitucci and Harris.
But they probably don't think that this is on the record right now, because it gets worse. He starts talking about how this is going to look in public. And it's so like, it's almost like a really great irony, because this is the part that is the most public now.
Yeah, right now everybody's watching this together.
Me too.
Instead, I could have bonded you out, but now I'm handcuffs with you in this stupid ass paid car.
Can you just, like, calm down for
No, because I haven't done wrong. I haven't done nothing wrong.
No, but it's
That's why I'm flipping you out.
Okay, he's losing it.
Flip out. All right.
Guys, your parents. There is a 2-year-old here. We already made some big mistakes being drunk at the bar.
Actually, he's not a parent. He's her boyfriend.
Oh, yeah, it says they've only been together for 6 months.
This is not his kid.
So why
Yeah.
is he getting arrested?
Yeah, hold on.
Because he was part of it.
This says Edgewater police said they were called the Jan and Lib's High Tops Lounge. What kind of place are we talking about here? Hang on.
Sounds
Let me
fun.
bring this up. Jan and Lib's High Top Lounge. Jan and
Bunch of libs.
High Top Lounge. Oh, it's spelled differently. High Tops Lounge. This is the place that
They
they
could
were
smoke
at.
inside.
2.7 stars.
All right, fine. They
They're
got
not doing
regulars.
very well. Okay, the photos that I see, yeah, it looks like a straight up dive bar. This is the place that they were drinking in before the cops came in. This is a straight up dive bar style place that they were hanging out. Jan and Libs, but
not
so
their
he's
fault necessarily. They didn't tell them we have the kid in the car.
well, to Sabrina's point, he's not the father of the child. And he wasn't driving the car. So why is he in trouble here? Maybe because he knew the kid was in the car? It said they were each charged with child neglect. Both Vitucci and Harris were out of the Volusia County branch of jail, each on $5,000 bail. They said a witness saw the child alone in the vehicle. When police made contact with Harris, he said he'd been at the bar since 5:30 drinking, and his girlfriend of 6 months was with him at 7:30. She arrived, but the bartender said that was not true. Let's go back to that footage here as they're not getting along.
Me too.
Instead, I could have bonded you out, but now I'm handcuffs with you in this stupid ass paid car.
Paid car.
Car.
Can you just, like, calm down for
No, because I haven't done wrong. I haven't done nothing wrong.
No, but it's
That's why I'm flipping you out. I'm flipping you out because I haven't done wrong. I didn't do nothing wrong.
he crying?
I'm smiling
Yeah,
about
he is.
business. Here, I told you I'll beat you to the house. Now I'm in handcuffs. Now I'm dealing with Now I gotta deal with my face in a public forum with child neglect written all over it tomorrow. I gotta deal with that until it gets washed away. I gotta pay to get this rinsed off my record.
Wow.
Because it's more guilty.
That was a lot of censoring, Steve.
Yeah.
Is this the woman right here? Is this who was in the
It's
car?
her, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yikes. Damn.
Tooch.
That's not a good look, honestly.
He sounds like, and this is sort of, not everybody's going to know this name. He sounds a little bit like Beck Bennett from Saturday Night Live. Like when he has like a really loud, drunk voice.
Yeah. I knew it sounded familiar, like somebody we know, in fact. Like I was getting vibes there, like I know this person's voice, although we don't. And the couple, you guys, I'm just going to send a message to you. I love, and I want everybody to be happy, and I want you to find the person that is for you.
But break up. Right
Break
now.
up immediately. this is not going to work out. Break up immediately. Find other people.
Is it a public forum?
Meanwhile, I don't even know what his face looks like. I've only seen her mugshot. I think she's the one leading the stories here because she's the mom.
So familiar to me when I saw it this morning. But
I'll have to.
I have that, like, I don't know. I feel like it's not a disease, but something comes over me where I'm like, I know that person, and I don't. But I associate.
Does he just look like a generic ass guy? Is that why it is, you think?
Yeah, or I know him, but I didn't do the homework.
Okay, I'm with you. I feel
right?
like I feel like I've seen this guy somewhere. I don't know where, but it might just be that he has a familiar face. You're right. So these parents certainly are parents of the day. Congrats to them on that.
Parents of the day, but he's the boyfriend, not baby daddy.
Yeah, true. He's not the actual father, but as a father figure, sir, a swing and a miss right here. Just didn't work out.
Did not do well at potential stepfather. Weeding out there.
Now, C-Lane, for you seeing this as a father, are you like, well, that's a lesson for me. I'm not going to take Jackson to the bar and leave him in the car as I'm getting absolutely plowed.
First of all, I don't get absolutely plowed when I'm out with my kid.
Mm-hmm.
But
I don't think I've ever seen you drink out with Jackson. At least not yet.
I have.
No, it was both at the same time. All
We were
right.
at the same place.
Oh yeah, because you were not the designated driver.
Yeah.
That was different. But no. I learned from a very young age that, kids could just go to bars. I know because I was the kid.
Mm-hmm.
I learned to play pool at a smoky-ass dive bar when I was, like, in single digits, I think.
But look at you now.
You're really good
great.
Billiards.
I don't know if he's good at pool. I've never played him in all these years. I've never played C-Lane at pool, so I don't know. So what a bad move. Don't do this, folks. If you want to get drunk, get drunk. Get a babysitter, for God's sake. It's got to be a service out there. There's got to be somebody that can assist you with this. This is just not a good look all around.
Shame.
The pig car thing might come back to haunt him.
Right.
Especially if he's got, like, cop friends or something. It's just hilarious.
In this pig car. All right, we're going to go over to you and see what you have on your mind. We got a video dispatch here. This is from 2 Tickets to Pound Town.
What's up, News Junkies? Sean, I've stood in many formations and listened to a bunch of different blowhard, higher-up officers try and motivate the juniors to do some things, and they just miss. You, however, motivated me. I want a piece of Canada now. I really do.
That's right, buddy.
I'm sick and tired of these floppy-headed, maple syrup chugging snowbacks and their attitude. They need to be taken down a peg. And
Winnipeg.
Canada, right here. You looking at me? We are not your buddy, guy.
All right.
I'm not your guy, friend.
The temperature is gone down a little bit. Just a little bit down, and maybe we can be friends again with the Canadians, but be on the lookout for any further developments here, especially for any national anthems that may be happening in sporting events. Yeah, boo, like 1 second into that one. Here is Draven talking about people getting arrested for leaking footage.
The employee at the anti-Semitism campaign better watch out that he doesn't get arrested for computer trespassing for leaking that Super Bowl commercial.
True. Yeah. And now we know the truth of it all. You can't do this kind of stuff and get away with it out there.
Heisenberg texted me and said he liked your idea of the Tom Brady versus Snoop Dogg no holds barred commercial.
Slur off.
If it were written by Colin Jost and Michael Che.
Yeah, that would be that would be way more entertaining than these two. Not that I have anything against Tom Brady or Snoop Dogg. I mean, Tom Brady's a little weird. Snoop Dogg is Snoop Dogg. You know what you're getting into. But Colin Jost and Michael Che, when they're doing that insult roast of each other.
This past year was so good.
It's good stuff. That's maybe one of the better bits in the last several years on Saturday Night Live.
They had Scarlett Johansson in the hallway watching on the monitor, and she was dropping S-bombs on the air. Did they forget to tell Scarlett that she was on TV?
I don't even know what it would be like to watch that. That would be a little bit brutal. we do have the Super Bowl coming up. The big game, the main attraction,
the giant sports event this month.
Yeah, that thing. That thing is going down on Sunday. You guys got big plans for the Super Bowl?
I
don't even know what I'm doing yet.
A working plan,
Yeah.
which if it goes according to the plan, there's crawfish, and I'm excited for
Oh,
that.
yeah? Like full-on crawfish cookout style thing? Okay.
Big boil of bugs.
That's a good time to do it, I think, for the Super Bowl. And everybody's doing these big events. You go out to the bar, and they got, some sort of deal going on, and they're trying to get people to show up and instead of staying home. And a lot of people are doing that. But the people who want to go to the actual game, I got a feeling that might be dwindling a little bit. I think it's maybe coming down in popularity to pay all of that money to go physically be at the Super Bowl. And there's some theories as to why as we get closer and closer to the big game. We've got the next episode on the way on a Share the Show Tuesday. A whole lot more for you on a busy show. It's all coming up next on the News Chunky.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Today on the show, Florida's gambling hotline is defunded. Waffle House is doing what? At 4 o'clock, we'll do What'd You Do That's New, listener installment. For trivia, it's a pack of Monster Truck Show tickets plus pit passes, plus It's Only Money with Scott Brown from Edgewater Family Wealth. 4 opportunities for you to win $1,000 plus your calls, texts, and talkbacks.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
There's a couple accidents to keep an eye out for this afternoon on Goldenrod Road near Valencia College Lane. Emergency crews are clearing up an accident on State Road 429 southbound near Orange Blossom Trail. There's an accident where John Young Parkway meets Oak Ridge Road. Watch out for that one. And if you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies, offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off, free UPS shipping, and add code RADIO for an extra 5% off.
Join Real Radio on February 8th, 2025 at Lake Eola Park in downtown Orlando for the largest pet festival in the United States. Paws in the Park. This family and pet-friendly event is free and open to the public. But you can fundraise today to help support the Pet Alliance of Greater Orlando, the region's oldest and largest animal welfare agency. Your support will help Pet Alliance save over 4,000 dogs and cats this year alone by providing shelter, care, and love until they find their forever home. Get more details at realradio.fm/events.
It's late, you're hungry, you can't decide whether to stay out or go home and order Wendy's delivery. But one thing is clear, it's a Baconate late kind of night. I mean, 6 strips of Applewood smoked bacon on a juicy double cheeseburger made fresh for you? How could you not? A Baconator is the perfect way to hit the spot before hitting up the next spot, even if the next spot is your bed. No judgment, it is late, but not too late to Baconate. That's what delivery's for. Gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later. Delivery and hours may vary by location.
Headed to downtown Orlando and need to know where to park? We've got you covered. Most parking areas are open all night and the side roads leading to them stay open until midnight. And if you're coming to downtown after midnight, no problem. Just park along Garland Ave or under the new parking lot under I-4. It's open until 4 a.m. And listen, if you're taking a ride share, still easy. Before midnight, just get dropped off right on Orange Ave. After midnight, drop-offs and pickups are just half a block from Orange at the train tracks. iHeartRadio and Downtown Business wants to thank you for your support of downtown Orlando. We can't wait to see you there.
Starting the journey to become a nurse can be confusing, but the first step is surprisingly simple. Join us at Galen College of Nursing's upcoming open house. You'll get to meet advisors, current students, and faculty. Plus, learn about the personalized student support Galen offers to help you succeed in nursing school. RSVP now for our open house on Tuesday, February 18th from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. by visiting galencollege.edu/Orlando.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
People told me I needed to slow down. I told them I don't know how. I'm experiencing things I've only dreamed of. I have my freedom back. So while some days might be harder than others, I know a place I can go where I can feel strong and supported.
At VA, we're using technology to help veterans recover faster and live their lives to the fullest. Help us redefine the future of veteran healthcare.
Explore opportunities at vacareers.va.gov.
Picture this. You're cozy by the fire sipping cocoa, or out on the town grabbing a well-deserved nightcap, with the peace of mind knowing your pet is safe at home with Invisible Fence brand. Your customized pet fence gives you confidence that wherever winter takes you, your pet has both freedom and security. With Invisible Fence brand, service and safety never stops. Visit InvisibleFence.com to learn more. That's InvisibleFence.com.
Jay, why is auto insurance so expensive? I need to get insured, but I need a better solution.
Vic, you should call Acceptance. Acceptance had better rates, better options, and better customer service than my previous company. Acceptance was just better. They did all the work comparing different plans and found me the best payment options that fit my budget.
Really? Do you have their number?
800-606-7049. 800-606-7049.
Why pay more? Acceptance Insurance has offices in your neighborhood, and one call to Acceptance could save you up to 30% on your car insurance. 800-606-7049. Let Acceptance work better for you. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049. Acceptance Insurance. We shop, you save. Restrictions apply based on a Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012994.
We've all made questionable decisions in life, like that time that you frosted the tips of your hair. But hiring an attorney shouldn't be. I'm Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, and we offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee on all injury cases. If you are not completely satisfied with the way we treat you in your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit justcallmo.com.
Want to play a game with me and Dad?
Mommy's not feeling good.
You need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with Dayquil VapoCool. It's Dayquil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
Come on, honey. Let's let Mommy rest.
You guys are amazing. And so is Dayquil VapoCool.
Dayquil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, fever, power through your day medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
In a world where every second counts,
immigration raids are still underway across the country.
iHeartRadio has one podcast that keeps you informed. 24/7 News. The latest. Today's latest news every hour in just 4 minutes.
DeepSeek launched its AI model R1 last week.
Be the first to know.
President Trump has sent a loud and clear message.
iHeartRadio's 24/7 News. The latest. Open the free iHeart app and listen now.
Get hired and get a $1,000 sign-in bonus at the Orange County Fleet and Facilities Job Fair on February 6th. Details at ocfl.net.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GREEN. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Your direct line to the heroes that saved Canada that one time.
On a Share the Show Tuesday. And that just means that maybe if we're lucky, you'll tell somebody about the News Junkie radio show, send them a link to the podcast, say, hey, this is going to be something I think you might enjoy. The Super Bowl is coming up on Sunday, and you might watch the Super Bowl. You might watch the Puppy Bowl. You might watch for the commercials. You might watch for the halftime show. Doesn't matter what you watch for. A lot of people will be tuned in and ready to go for the Super Bowl on Sunday. The Chiefs versus the Eagles, and I'm trying to figure out who to root for here. The Taylor Swift side is the
Chiefs.
Is the Eagle the Chiefs? Okay,
Yes.
The Chiefs is the Taylor Swift side, and the Eagles is the opposite side.
Yes, and the Chiefs, if they win, this would be the three-peat.
This would be okay. So I'm not rooting for them then. I'll go to the Eagles side.
This guy doesn't like a three-peat.
No, I don't like somebody who wins too much. Don't you guys ever get that feeling like when a team is winning too much, you want somebody else to win for a little while?
Well, except
I don't like
we're
that.
winning.
Well, when we're winning, I want us to win forever. But if it's a football team and they've won the Super Bowl a couple of years in a row, I want to see the little team that could win. I'd rather the underdog get a little more of a victory.
Well, the Eagles is hardly the little team that could, though.
I agree. But if you have to pick between the two of them, and you got the team that won last year or the team that didn't win last year.
But I fear for the safety. Well, then again, it's win or lose because in order to go to the Super Bowl, that celebration ended up with someone getting shot in the head in Philadelphia. So
yeah,
I'm not completely sure.
Well, what I think you're saying here is that they're probably going to rage no matter what the outcome is. Yeah, it's like, so there's no perfect outcome where Eagles fans go, okay, we are going to quietly leave the arena. And
do more people die if they lose?
I think it's a toss-up. I think it's about even across the board there. But the ticket prices are tumbling, folks. Would you believe tickets to the Super Bowl are as absolutely cheap as $4,339 a piece?
What?
That's it. Down from $5,860 last Friday, $6,375 on January 27th. People don't really want to go quite as much as they usually had. The most expensive seats in the house were about $58,000. Now they're down to just a paltry $29,000. That's it. The prices are significantly cheaper than last year's Super Bowl matchup, which was about $8,764. It's almost half as much. The lowest ticket is almost half of what it was. And maybe it's because Americans, for once, have gotten smart. The biggest waste of money in the world is a ticket to the Super Bowl. To watch a game in person that is way more fun to watch, way more exciting to watch, way more comfortable to watch, way more affordable to watch. Take the $4,339, put it in a mutual fund, and never think about it for 20 years instead of going to the Super Bowl. And instead, go to your friend's house, have some wings, have a couple of beers, and yell at the television. Yeah. Way better decision.
Or you could throw a hell of a party for $4,300.
Oh my God. You could have a known name, an artist that people are familiar with performing at your party for
I don't know how much Sabrina's spending on her Super Boil, but
I'm going to it.
Let somebody else do the work.
Yeah, I would have invited you guys to the big boil, but no, I will be going to it. From what I understand, they're shipping the crawfish from Louisiana, which I imagine is going to be a pretty penny, considering people are there to watch the Super Bowl and eat some crawfish.
Yeah, that definitely would add up.
You said you would have invited us, but you didn't really finish that sentence.
But I didn't want to.
No.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
Hurtful.
No, I would have, if I was hosting one, absolutely. I would love for you guys to go. And I also trust C-Lane's expertise when it comes to cooking stuff.
He's done it before.
I would need his help.
They always try to take advantage of me on chat when we talk about this stuff. All Day Yuckers on Twitch says, Sean, the quarterback of the Eagles is Don Henley, in case you were wondering. The problem you have is that whilst I don't know a lot about sports, I do know at least a dangerous amount about music. So I know that Don Henley is, in fact, from the music band, as they call them, the music band, the Eagles. So I'm not falling for that. And the only person I know, damn it, I don't know their name. I was going to say the person I know in the NFL, I spent an inordinate amount of time thinking about how the Falcons had a quarterback that was named Michael Vick, which is, of course, very close to the D word, Michael Vick. And now I think they have a quarterback with the last name Weenus or something. Dinas or so. What's the Falcons quarterback right now, Celine? See if you can Google that, or Sabrina, if you can find it.
I got you.
I was like, whoa, they've had two quarterbacks.
Oh.
Penix.
Michael Penix Jr.
I was like, they've had two quarterbacks that were one letter away from a genital-related term. And that's how I think about sports. Like, these are the things that go on inside my brain while you're talking about touchdowns and stuff. The ticket prices are cheaper if you're interested. What a waste of money. What an absolute waste of money for you.
Then you talk about punting, and Sean's like, that's one letter away.
That's what?
One
You talk
letter.
about a punt.
Oh,
You're like, oh, that's
yeah.
1 letter away. Everything's 1 letter away for you.
That word is so much worse, though. If that was, what if you have an expletive as your last name? Legitimately, by the law, your name is Michael Seward, and would they put that on the back of your jersey?
Yeah.
You think so?
Now, same question, but you are on a talk radio show.
Well, you would be able to say it on air if that was your legitimate name, I would think.
Changing my last name to the T word.
You could. If your last name was the T word.
Sorry for the Amber lineage, but I'm starting something new.
And I would like if there was news and traffic reports. I'm Sabrina T word, and that's a look at the traffic today, if you're interested. I wonder, take it to the extreme. What if your last name was the N word? Would they put that on the back of a jersey? Because I don't think they would.
I think I would change my last name, man.
I think I would too. I would say the lineage ends here. We have to make a change. When the Italians
it's
came
sort of
over,
like you don't see a whole lot of Hitlers anymore, right?
No. When the Italians came over and the Germans came over and the Jews came over, and when all these people started to make their way to the United States of America, a lot of them said, we got to change our name up a little bit so we can match. That's how much they used to assimilate in this country. They changed their damn names so they could fit in with everybody else, so they didn't get ostracized. And that name would have faded out over time, one would think. But
so there was an article on Board Panda where people that had sort of offensive last names, like these are stuff that we can say. There's Natalie Weiner was tweeting about stuff, and then this guy Kyle Medic, but it's Medick, was like, I know how you're feeling about your things. And then this one guy, and I guess you're saying whether or not they'll put it on a jersey. I guess even the video games will censor what you're typing in if you're creating your own player.
Oh, that's true.
Because Ben Schmuck could not create his own player in the Madden franchise.
The Schmuck family is a proud family. How could they do this to them, to censor them? They say there was an FSU player with the last name F word for gays. Is that and you can't put that on the back of a jersey? I could see
name.
Well, but I could see why they wouldn't, right? Like, could you imagine the people who might take advantage of this? And I don't know, would somebody who is homophobic want I don't know if they would want a jersey with FAG on the back of it necessarily.
No, it's 2 G's.
Oh, it's 2? Okay, then that's fine.
Yeah. There's a wide receiver named Dakota.
A wide receiver.
2 G's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just works out that way.
He's a wide receiver.
And honestly, the gays should jump on it and reclaim that. Just be like the sports fans that rock that so you could, point them out everywhere so people couldn't use them.
I'll put it in our email.
Yeah, if you could. Just whatever newsletter goes out. And just put the idea out there. They can accept it or reject it if they want.
The headlines about this guy.
What? About
they're hilariously hard to read.
FAGG, that guy?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
This blows. FAGG suffers career-ending injury at
That's
combine.
on purpose. Come on. That was not an incidental thing that was happening there. We're going to find out what's on the next episode in just a bit. I've seen people are freaking out. It's an interesting situation to watch. Elon Musk and his Doge people, which, just so you know, all they did was they took another organization and they renamed it DOGE, Doge, because it's a meme, on account of the meme. And Elon Musk took some people from his companies, Tesla, SpaceX, those ones. They're super young engineer guys, very young, good with numbers, good with spreadsheets, big minds. One of them's a teenager. There's one of them that's a teenager that's involved in this. And he's working. You wanted younger people in the government. Here you go. This kid is young, teenager. And they're working with these 20-somethings, this team of these young guys who are going through and allegedly cutting waste out of the government, which on its face sounds like a great idea to me. And we may only get one opportunity. We may only get one shot to cut through all this waste in government where you hear that we're paying $500,000 to teach about Moroccan pottery or, whatever the claim is about the pork that's in all of this government spending from USAID or any other group. But now they've been named in a couple of articles, and people are so terrible. So terrible. I don't know how are there not more people getting arrested for this? That's the thing that blows my mind. On Blue Sky, which is the Twitter spinoff for left-wing people who don't like Elon Musk, and also, I think some of this was on Twitter and Reddit. You have people legitimately saying, go Luigi these guys. Obviously, you know what they mean by that, like the healthcare CEO murder. You have them saying, these are all real people with real addresses, make them feel the pain. Oh. You have people saying, get the rope. These people need to be hanged immediately. Like, these are legitimately actionable things. They're saying things about these people brought in with Elon to shred the fat out of the government. And for the record, everybody should be for shredding fat out of the government. The government is obviously way too big and bloated. And I'm sorry, a lot of government employees should be fired. They're wasting our money. And a lot of these programs should be ended. But even if you hate that, should you really be like, go after these 20-somethings?
Luigi them.
Killing them is the answer. And there's a whole article in the New York Times today about inside Musk's aggressive incursion into the federal government. And the biggest issue I will have with any of this is just that I think it should be so much more open. Like, I wish they built a website, since they're so tech savvy. It's easy enough to do that. I wish they built a website and they were just chronicling every single thing that they were doing. So it's not just them going into these buildings, getting access to the software, getting access to all these things, and we don't hear what's actually going on. I think it should be sunlight is the best disinfectant would work here. Absolutely. They're asking me what my screen name is on Blue Sky. Zach says, and then Seawitch says he would never last on Blue Sky. He'd be on all the block lists. Very true. You got one right for once, Seawitch. You're exactly right about that. It's too crazy over there. I don't know. Twitter is too crazy for me. These places
I love Twitter.
I spend a lot of time on Twitter because I get news from Twitter. It's an awesome news source. It's like the best news source to catch things happening live. But
because you used to be able to hack Twitter, not like illegal like computer trespass hack, but if you were to kind of create and craft your search in such a way that allows you to like figure out when certain things are coming up,
right?
Like, that was the whole hashtag thing, and we had all these Twitter bots that would produce us good news.
Yeah, and you could find things before mainstream news outlets have them. You still can. That's the only good that I find in Twitter. The rest of it is morons arguing, and you're never going to convince them. Like, you could be absolutely fundamentally 100% right, locked in on something. You have all the nuance ready to go. No one cares. No one cares. It's a bunch of very dumb people. But Blue Sky is inarguably worse in every measurable way. Bunch of monsters. All right, when we come back, the next episode with Sabrina, what's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Buffy the Vampire Slayer sequel is so close to happening, as long as the new title is approved. Dusty the Vampire Slayer. It's old. There's another public domain Mickey Mouse horror movie coming out, and oh boy. Plus, I've got the price of that stupid castle Jaden Smith wore on his head at the Grammys. Let's see who's jiggy with it now. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James Miguel and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
Broadcasting live from the Cool Today Weather Center at CoolToday.com.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast for the rest of our Tuesday. And we are going to be expecting skies to continue to clear out, and that will allow for a good mix of sunshine and clouds and temperatures to remain on the warm side. Plan for an afternoon high in Orlando of 84 degrees. We'll continue on this warm stretch through the end of this week with dry conditions, sunshine, and highs staying right around the mid-80s, not only through Friday, but also into the weekend. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by FreshFromFlorida.com.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting FreshFromFlorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
Now Taxes is using Credit Karma, where TurboTax Expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get your refund so you can do more with it right in Credit Karma. Now this is taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. See guarantee details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
Meet the Real Radio 104.1 Street Team, powered by Farrah and Farrah, at events all over Central Florida and win great prizes. For a complete listing of upcoming events, visit realradio.fm/events. Sponsored by Farrah and Farrah, Orlando's personal injury attorneys.
iHeartRadio, straight from the studio with Will Smith.
I've written more songs in the past 2 years, probably than in my entire career. So I'm just excited to start dropping some of the things that I've been cooking up in the lab.
Life is confusing, I hate when I lose it, but I face the music. Go, why did he do it? See, I'm only you. It's the beautiful scars, yeah.
Listen to Will Smith's new single with Big Sean, Beautiful Scars, now on iHeartRadio All Access.
Orlando's signature event is back. The Arnold Palmer Invitational, presented by MasterCard, returns to Bay Hill March 3rd through 9th. Watch your favorite PGA Tour pros define their legacy at a tournament as iconic as its namesake. Score a high five at the fan deck. Relive the vibes at Throwback Thursday with Corksicle. And savor every swing at Wine and Dine on 9, presented by Carmel Road Winery. Plus, experience the all-new lake house for unbeatable views of the action. Where will you be when a new champion is crowned? Secure your spot at ArnoldPalmerInvitational.com.
Tap into your well-being with Audible audiobooks, podcasts, and originals. Expand your life with expert insight and motivation for better health, habits, relationships, finance, and more. Start listening free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at Audible.com.
Before the Great American Race on Sunday, the high banks of Daytona heat up with a Saturday night showdown in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Experience the intense competition up close on the sport's biggest stage to kick off the 2025 season. The NASCAR Xfinity Series at Daytona International Speedway, Saturday, February 15th. Tickets start at just $49, and kids 12 and under are free in general admission. Secure your seats now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
All right, it's January. You know what that means. New Year's resolutions are in full swing. So here's one for you. Clear vision. Seriously, if you're dealing with contacts or glasses, laser vision correction at the Filatowski Eye Institute is a game changer. With over 65,000 procedures, they are the trusted choice for Central Florida. And they have 24-month interest-free financing, so you don't have to wait. You can start seeing clearly and stay on budget. Text 1041 to 868686 and schedule your free consultation today. Clear vision, clear future. It all starts with the Filatowski Eye Institute. Just text 1041 to 868686 now for your free LASIK consultation.
Favorite station, preset. Favorite artist, preset. Favorite podcast, preset.
We know you're loving the new preset feature on the new and improved iHeartRadio app. See it now, along with even more great features. It's everything you love about your car radio and the palm of your hand.
iHeartRadio.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
High diving face first into the world's most viral newsroom.
And beyond. We'll get to all that here in just a second on the show. And if you are with us today on a Share the Show Tuesday, it is your responsibility, so you choose to take the mission to share the show. And that could mean doing anything just to tell somebody else about the show and the radio station where you're listening to it here today. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Oof!
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. That's where you can go to start the process of refinancing, buying a first stream home, reverse mortgages, debt consolidation. Perhaps you've got to start your business, maybe expand, buy a franchise, all that and everything else. That Mortgage Guy Don can help you with. He is the man, he is a legend, and he's pretty dang cool and very easy to work with. Go to ThatMortgageGuyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with That Mortgage Guy Don.
Just doing the song.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
It was 87 years ago, 1938. Sean, do you remember this?
Well, it's not live. Snow White.
Yeah. It was on this day that Disney released Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fun fact about this film, all the dwarves are now dead.
Oh,
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Because they weren't baby dwarfs when this came out. So they were about middle-aged, I imagine. So.
I'm sure. Yeah.
How long
Animated,
how long
but
do dwarves live?
Dwarves can live, and I've actually looked this up before, like
I'm
little
not talking
people.
about. Okay, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about those that like fantasy dwarves.
Like in the Seven Dwarves world, in their universe, I don't know.
Happy, grumpy, Dot.
How long do 7 dwarves live? All right, I'll tell you.
Thank you so much. Speaking of dying, one of the guys from this group. What?
Wow, their average age, unless they meet a violent death, is 250 years.
Oh my gosh! Well,
yeah.
Maybe take back my statement. They
Still
very
with
well
us.
Could be alive.
I just barely saw the outline of 3 minutes on your laptop, and I was like, 3 minutes?
Yeah, that's too short. That's the Seven Doors Mine Train ride. Yeah.
Whoopsie. 29 years ago, 1996.
Milli Vanilli.
Yes, and Rob Pilatus. It was on this day he was almost meeting his final death when he was hospitalized after being hit over the head with a baseball bat in Hollywood. Owie. It was a guy whose car he was trying to steal.
Oh, man.
Imagine this was post finding out that they were lip syncing. He did die 2 years later of an overdose.
It wasn't their fault, those guys. They really got roped around and done wrong.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to sing. It's just that the record producer guy goes, we like your look and your singing kind of blows.
But they're bad at singing, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they're not as good as they wanted them to be. So they just kind of put somebody else's voice in there. By the way, Jeff on YouTube says, Jackson is too woke for Sean to let him do the show. That's not true. It's not true at all.
Is
Sealand's son Jackson, he appeared during the break.
Woke?
I don't know. Jeff is the one who said he was woke.
He's not going to be woke for long. It's nap time in just a little bit.
It's going the opposite way. He was on the stream there during the break for those of you who missed it. So that's why you got to watch us, all right?
Someone's going to be in big trouble with their dad, and that's Marcus Jordan because he just got arrested.
Uh-oh.
Are you saying because you wanted that for This Week in Florida?
No.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
He's been thrown behind bars late last night, allegedly committing a series of serious crimes. He was arrested and booked in Orange County Jail for DUI, cocaine possession, and resisting arrest.
Damn.
Marcus also posed for a mugshot, and he doesn't look too happy to be there. I don't know if you want to pull it up and show the people.
Yeah, give me a second.
Now, not only is he the son of NBA legend Michael Jordan, but he has also been making his appearances, or at least in the past, on Real Housewives of Miami because he was dating Larsa Pippen.
Oh, okay.
I've known him since he was a child because, of course, she was married to Scottie Pippen, and then they divorced, and then this all happened.
Scottie Pippen, who was a player side by side with Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen's wife ended up dating Michael Jordan's son.
And he had many appearances on Real Housewives of Miami. But they're no longer together, and now he had the cocaine, resisted the arrest, and a little bit of DUIing. So we'll see how that goes down. No word back yet from the camp of Marcus Jordan. So that stupid castle that was on Jaden Smith's head, it could be yours if you want.
Same one or another one of them?
Another one of them. It's wearable art. Even though I saw a picture of the person who was, from the point of view of the person sitting behind Jaden, they couldn't see the Grammys at all.
Nice.
For those of you that didn't see it, it's a lovely sight.
Yeah.
And by lovely, I mean, look how stupid. Can't even hear anything.
It really is idiotic.
It's there's a castle on his head. Well, can I say castle or house?
It's a castle.
There's a castle on his head, and his head is poking through the front of the castle. And
yeah, this is,
it.
I guess, the housing crisis in LA is all.
Maybe.
All right. Right in before, because I got to say this year, December, when they start doing all those Elf on a Shelf memes, they'll be like, you've heard of Elf on the Shelf, but this is Asshole in a Castle.
Oh, there you go. Well, do you want to be an asshole as well? Because I have the price for it. How much do you think that wearable art is for your head? Sean, go.
I bet it's more expensive than I'm thinking, but I'm going to go a little lower. I'm going to go $3,000.
Okay. Celine, your turn.
$6,000.
$6,000. Wow. I don't have time to do the math. $4,600.
Oh, wait, what did I say? What did I say?
You said 3.
Oh, he won.
Okay. Yeah. But it could be made for you, $4,600, and it is custom to your giant noggin. So happy purchasing, everybody.
So this is a product that people actually buy?
Yeah, it's from this company called Abodi.
All right.
It's a legit house design. Abodi, all caps.
All right. Okay.
We must bid adieu to the prolific voice actor behind this cartoon. There it was.
He-Man.
He-Man is right. And John Irwin, the voice actor behind He-Man and 9 Lives spokescat Morris the Cat, is now in the big cat heaven of...
The litter box in the sky.
The litter box in the sky. He-Man, more like Dead Man. Because he has passed away. At least according to his PR firm, Celebworks with an X. He was 88 years old. Now, his PR company specified that he was a very private man. Irwin's voice gave to a whole host of classic characters. Not only was he He-Man, he was He-Man and She-Ra, and She-Ra, Princess of Power, He-Man and She-Ra, a Christmas special.
Wasn't She-Ra a girl?
It was, but it's saying that
what
he
the
was...
hell?
It's called pitching up, man.
She-Ra. Why, I feel like they should have given that job to a woman, for God's sake. She-Ra.
That was too long ago.
Oh, man.
He was also He-Man's alter ego, Prince Adam, and other characters like Beast Man, Web Store, and Ram Man.
Anything with these names were so unclever.
Yeah, correct. He was in the Archie show. He was part of Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Archie's Bang Shang Lollapalooza show.
Ooh.
And the Flintstones. Even had some episodes on Family Guy. May he rest in peace. And up there with him, I meant to say this earlier, but it's very bad timing.
Why?
Because we say bye to Dick Button.
Sorry, Dick.
Olympic skating legend Dick Button, dead at 95, same day as the DC crash, but died of natural causes on the ground.
Tough week and a half for the
skating community?
Yeah.
Who would have figured? The new Final Destination movie is coming out, and this one hits home. By home, I mean just my face, because there are apparently some scenes being leaked out.
Uh-oh. How could this ever happen?
This is called Final Destination Bloodlines. It's going to be in theaters May 16th, and it features death by a nose ring. That's what I have.
That's got to hit close to home for you. Have you ever gotten that snagged on everything?
Yes. I've gotten it snagged on like an entire comforter, which was very painful. And there was one time when I first got it that I, like in my sleep, I'd like rubbed my nose. It fell out. I inhaled it.
Oh!
And then I'm like, I'm trying to look for my ring, and I go, and it shoots out of my throat. And I put it right back in my nose. Yeah, but it's been there since I was 18. A little less about me, more about this movie. A guy meets his end thanks to a combination of his nose ring, a long chain, a ceiling fan, and some fire. So they put the whole scene on YouTube if you'd like to check it out. Like I mentioned earlier, Buffy the Vampire Slayer is coming back. Sarah Michelle Gellar in talks to return in the show, but not be the Slayer. It's going to focus on a new Slayer, but Sarah will have a reoccurring role as Old Slayer. No word yet on where it will be or who will be showing it. I think the rumor is
she going to be like
Hulu.
the mother of the Slayer? They do that a lot when they reboot these things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that might. But wasn't she with Angel, and isn't he dead? Isn't he the vampire or something?
I don't know.
I never watched it.
Yeah.
Did you also know that Dolly Parton has always been involved with Buffy?
No, was she? I didn't know she was. Yeah.
A producer through her production company, Standoff, and Dolly recently commented on the revival possibly being in the works. So there you have it. What doesn't she do on the 52? We got FBI International, FBI Most Wanted, FBI Deal or No Deal Island, The Real Housewives of FBI New York City Reunion Part 2. And you can catch Bill Gates and Japanese Breakfast on FBI Jimmy Fallon. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. And most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. When we return, we've got a lot to touch on today. One thing is something that happened in a courtroom just recently in New Mexico, and a crazy update. We're talking about the Philadelphia plane crash thing. I did not know that this was a thing, but we will talk about this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Hi, I'm John from Lake Mary, and I just won $1,000 just for listening to Real Radio 104.1.
Your next chance to win $1,000 is minutes away, courtesy of Mills Air on Real Radio 104.1.
Multiple lanes are blocked due to an accident on I-4 westbound near State Road 408. There's an accident blocking multiple lanes on Kirkman Road at Metropolis Way. There's an earlier accident still causing a bit of commotion here on Goldenrod Road near Valencia College Lane. Move over and slow down if you see emergency vehicles on the roadways. And if you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Don't let data limits hold you back from being the gift master in the family group chat. Switch to Straight Talk Wireless and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk, available at Walmart or straighttalk.com.
Hush, little baby, yes you can. Mama's gonna buy you a prepaid plan. And with that Florida prepaid plan, Mama's gonna send you to college land. And when you're free to pursue your dreams, Mama's gonna watch your future beam.
With a Florida 529 prepaid plan, you can save for your little one's future. Plans start at $29 a month. Open enrollment is now.
Great news! You're getting a Gabe store. Do you know about Gabe's? They offer the biggest brands for up to 70% off department store prices. You'll get huge savings on apparel and footwear for the whole family, plus picks for your home from their private label brand, Old Time Pottery. Shop deals on personal care, everyday essentials, and pantry items too. Join the grand opening on February 8th at 1300 West International Speedway Boulevard in Daytona. Doors open at 9 a.m. Gabe's, find your deal.
Join us at the 12th Annual Mount Dora Scottish Highland Festival on February 14th through 16th. Experience the excitement as athletes compete in traditional Scottish Highland games. Enjoy the rhythm of the Scottish Pipe and Drum Band. Shop at unique vendors. Enjoy a Guinness with the friends. It's like being in the Highlands. The event takes place in Donnelly and Elizabeth Evans Parks in Mount Dora and is sponsored by Guinness, Discover Lake, and the City of Mount Dora. Get your tickets and information at MountDoraScott.com. That's MountDoraScott.com.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Premier Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. to restore your sex life in just one visit. Call now, 407-337-5569.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go, shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Want to play a game with me and Dad?
Mommy's not feeling good.
You need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with Dayquil VapoCool. It's Dayquil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
Come on, honey. Let's let Mommy rest.
You guys are amazing. And so is Dayquil VapoCool.
Dayquil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, fever, power through your day medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Tuesday, my favorite day of the week, thanks to Tijuana Flats. Every Tuesday, I can get dos tacos. That's 2 tacos, chips, and a drink for just $6.99. That's $6.99. Tijuana Flats, Tuesdays at Tijuana Flats. Go check it out.
Allergies are torture, but Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help you beat your allergies for good. Exact is clinically proven to give long-term lasting allergy relief in 3 injections. That's right, allergy relief in 3 injections. No matter how long you've suffered, no matter what else you've tried, with 3 injections, you can experience relief from your allergies. Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus. Go to aspireallergy.com to book your appointment today. aspireallergy.com.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection. One that helps better their everyday through the things they value most. Friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Want to play a game with me and Dad?
Mommy's not feeling good.
You need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with Dayquil VapoCool. It's Dayquil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
Come on, honey. Let's let Mommy rest.
You guys are amazing. And so is Dayquil VapoCool.
Dayquil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, fever, power through your day medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Get Wawa Rewards' biggest deal of the year before it's gone. Any size hot coffee for $1. Any size iced coffee for $2. And a 16-ounce Monster Energy for $3. You can redeem these bonus offers every day, as many times as you want, now through February 16th. Don't miss it. $1 hot coffee, $2 iced coffee, and $3 Monster Energy drinks. Unlimited, now through February 16th. Gotta have a Wawa.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Stream now on your free iHeartRadio app.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, credit. C-R-E-D-I-T. Credit. That's credit. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Real Radio. Real Radio.
Send him your tips and your deepest, darkest secrets. Email tips at the...
Your feedback is always welcome here, even on a Share the Show Tuesday. So do join us with that. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. If you want to be anonymous, put it right on top. Would you take the deal is the question. Let's talk about federal workers real quick. All right, let's talk about federal workers because you got Elon and his crew of teenagers, 20-somethings, going through all of government, cutting. You know that probably for the next 4 years, you're going to have people in charge that want to slash and dice up all the federal jobs until there's no more waste. You may not agree on what waste is, but that's what they want to do, right? They want a smaller federal government. And that's why I want to talk about this, all right? First things first, there are over 3 million people, so 1 out of every 100 people or so. If you bring it down to just working adults, that number is even more significant. But let's just say 1 out of every 100 people works for the federal government. And sometimes they're great workers. Sometimes they do a great service to this country. Sometimes they're just absolutely milking the tax dollars and not providing a lot in return for our funds.
When you say federal government, does that include like postal workers?
Yeah, big time.
I would think school workers would be local government.
The federal workers include postal workers, which is about 600,000 employees, which is kind of crazy to think about. It's a lot of people, though. But it's not crazy. And another way, it's not crazy that 600,000 people work for the Postal Service. It's a big country. To drive the mail all over the place, you're going to need a huge staff of people, obviously.
And we appreciate how much they listen to us.
They're great. They're great. I don't want any of them fired. I want the Postal Service to be backed up. I think the Postal Service in this country is a great thing, and there are room in my world, in my universe, for public sector jobs like that. Okay? I think that is a net good, and I love you, Postal Service people. I wish they gave you all the upgraded vehicles fast. I want the dumb money gone, the smart money. I want that to stay. I think that's good. But they said 27, according to Axios, 20,000, not 27,000, 20,000 federal workers have accepted Trump's buyout offer so far, which is a decent amount, actually. And what they did was send an email around, and they said, look, if you want to get out of here, you want to leave, you could take our buyout offer, and then you just stop working. And then your job is probably just disappearing, and we won't have that anymore. And if you think that the administration will probably be coming after you at some point, I would take this in a second. This is a really good deal, actually. They're giving them a severance package that I think is solid. The buyout tells you if you're a federal employee, you can stop working right now. Today, your last day, you stop working. And the federal government will continue to pay you for 8 months. 8 months. That ain't half bad right there.
A livable wage.
Same wage. Exact same amount of money you're making right now. You will make for the next 8 months as your payout. And some people are saying, oh, this is illegal. I don't know if it's illegal. Stop saying everything's illegal, right? Like the resistance folks, I know you're out there. If something's illegal, then bring it through the justice system.
It's unconstitutional, Sean.
If it's unconstitutional, bring it through the justice system. That's what we have that for. Then they'll figure it out. You just like people shouting everything is illegal is dumb.
It's illegal.
But eight months severance, which is pretty good. And they said their normal attrition rate is about 6% per year, meaning that some of those who have taken the buyout may have been planning to leave government service anyway, which would be kind of awesome. If you were like, I'm out. I got to take a different job. I don't like this gig I have working for the feds. And then this pops into your inbox and you go, what? 8 months? I could just cruise along and do what I wanted to do anyhow? Don't mind if I do.
Do you think that there's a very fringe, small amount of the people who have this available to them who go, I want to stop working for the government right now, but I just can't bring myself to take this money?
I would not be in that group.
Yeah.
Hell no.
But there must be some restrictions to it, right?
They told them you resign. And then you get your payout. The buyout offers federal employees to stop working more or less immediately, and they'll be paid through September 30th of 2025.
Can go get another job if they want to.
Yes, you can get another job. You can seek other employment if you want to. You could go travel if you want to. You're going to get paid the whole time. You could go do whatever you want to do. You just have to take the deal now while they're giving you the option. Aside from the resignations, there's a hiring freeze as well. So I don't know, like this would be a good option for somebody who is in that spot. Take it, folks. We need to trim a lot of you out anyways.
Hey,
I want to save some money for once. Not the Postal Service people, just the useless people.
He says that now. You're going to be trimmed next.
Look, I can't tell you. People who work for the state, too, because I've worked in capacities where I was close to people working for the state, and they knew that here's a better example I can give you. The people I think who worked 55 West, the parking garage, were state employees, and just half of them, not a care in the world. They
you
didn't
also
care.
threw up on yourself in that parking lot.
No, I didn't. I threw up on myself in my car after leaving work, and I just happened to park my car in the top of that parking lot. I never did anything wrong to those people.
It's a no judgment zone. Very expensive.
Those people did something wrong to me, for the record.
What'd they do?
One of those security guards broke into my house and was wandering around, and we had to get the cops called on them.
Did you leave your door unlocked?
Whining about a B&E.
But did you leave your door unlocked?
Yes, officer, I did.
There's the problem.
Well, there was a human being home at the time,
Yeah,
so
wouldn't have gotten in if you had locked your door, son.
one would think that would be okay, but here we are regardless. Some of the state employees, though, just they know that there's no real pressure on them to do anything, so they suck at their jobs and they don't put any effort in.
Ooh, what about the health benefits? For what? Do they have that for the next 8 months?
For the feds? As far as I know, I think they just get everything as is, as if they're working.
That's so
Let me look
stupid.
up the buyout. Why? Federal buyouts.
It's just, it seems, I'm looking for the catch. That's what I'm thinking is stupid.
Okay. This says Trump administration adds fine print to fork resignation offer. It's been a week since 2.3 million civilian employees of the federal government were presented with an offer. Agree to resign from your job by February 6th and keep your pay and benefits through the end of September. Now, with the deadline to accept the offer nearing, federal agencies have sent out new terms and conditions in the form of a sample contract agreement that employees are told they can use to memorialize the deal. It's unclear who from the government would sign the agreements or whether the contracts will be legally binding. Adding to the confusion, some of the sample contract language diverges from the first email, which came in a fork in the road email. Employees who take the deal are expected to work through February 28th. That's like the documents. Maybe they had to put an end date on it or something. But that would have you working through February 28th, and then you get paid through September 30th. So it's 8 months. To ensure a smooth transition of duties, and they would be put on administrative leave no later than March 1st. The original email did not make clear that employees who resigned would necessarily be put on administrative leave at all. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's still a great deal. You have to work until possibly the end of February, and you get 8 months' pay from there. It's all the same stuff.
Not
you get all
bad.
your health benefits. If you're gonna get out. You know, make some way for either somebody new or nobody at all, which would maybe be a better option in my opinion. We got to go to you. We got to get to your dispatches. But first, I don't want you guys to get arrested. I don't want you to get kicked off flights. I don't want you to get in trouble. But I do want to say there's a group that's upset by this that you wouldn't expect. They're a really understated group. They don't complain a lot. A lot of these other minority groups out there will complain and say, we were not treated fairly. This has happened to us. This has happened. This minority group, very, very, very quiet. Very quiet out there. But now there is some new guidelines about what you can and cannot wear on the various airlines that you might be taking out there.
Okay.
We've had stories over the years about women, mostly women, getting in trouble for outfits that were deemed inappropriate by the flight crew, those on the aircraft.
Some yoga pants.
Sometimes yoga pants,
Crop
various
top.
different things. This is what the actual guidelines read. This is what they say. A guest shall not be permitted to board the aircraft or may be required to leave an aircraft if that guest is barefoot or inadequately clothed.
What airline is this talking?
This is Spirit Airlines, but most of the other ones are almost exactly like this. All right. They say see-through clothing, not adequately covered, exposed breasts, buttocks, or other private parts. Kanye's wife not flying on any of these airlines.
Oh, man.
Or whose clothing or article, including body art, is lewd, obscene, or offensive in nature. So tattoos snagging you on that last part.
Is Luna on an orange offensive?
No, you're fine with that. That's not going to be considered offensive by most people, I wouldn't think. But what group of people do you think is upset by this? What group of people is saying, how could you do this? How can you say that we're not allowed on your airline? Just based on what I've just said. What do you think?
The barefoot people.
The barefoot people is right, actually. I don't know if you were just winging that out there or not.
I was winging it, but like, is there a name for that group?
I don't know if they have a name. Naturalists makes me think nudists. I don't know if those are one and the same.
Naturalists from the ankle down.
But the people who are barefooters, they are upset because they said, how are we in any way doing anything wrong that we shouldn't be on? If some lady has her boobs hanging out and there's a little kid next to her and her nipples are showing in a see-through shirt or something, that's one thing. If some guy has clear pants on and he's on the flight and you can see his genitals, get him off the flight. But if we're just not wearing shoes and socks because we don't want to be restricted by these terrible foot lockers that you people enjoy.
Question, what do these people do anywhere else? What do the barefoot people do when they show up to any establishment that has a sign on the door that says no shirt, no shoes, no service?
They're like the anti-maskers. They throw a fit. Go. So you get somebody to tell me, what's the law? Show me the law that says you could do this.
Wear those weird shoes where it has toes, you know?
Oh, where it's like nothing, where it's just like one tiny little thing underneath the foot. You're talking about the ones that have the toes built in where it's a foot shoe?
Yeah.
Those are different, yeah. There's some that are like the most, it's the G-string equivalent to a shoe.
Oh, I know exactly. So it's just like a pad for the bottom of your foot. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's nothing going on. It's like you're saying F you to the airlines. Like, this is the minimal thing I can wear and consider it footwear. But they are not happy with these.
Like in COVID when we went to that studio and they had those little paper socks on the microphones.
Right. Alaska Airlines said they may prohibit passengers who are barefoot or whose conduct, attire, hygiene, or odor creates an unreasonable risk of offense or annoyance to other passengers. Can't stink on Alaska Airlines. Allegiant Air may prohibit passengers who are barefoot. Aside from infants, only the babies can be barefoot.
Stupid baby.
Who have clothing, attire, and accessories that are deemed patently offensive or obscene by other passengers. So all it takes is another passenger to think it's obscene. Like, I could go, I find C-Lane's shirt to be offensive, so therefore he cannot wear it. I could find anything offensive. Color. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I could find that offensive.
I find your shirt offensive.
You could, if you wanted to. Now that you've found my shirt offensive, should I be hoisted off of the airline based on that rule? It says it's deemed patently offensive or obscene by other passengers. What if somebody's wearing a MAGA hat? Certainly somebody might go, I find that to be obscene. I don't like that. I find it to be offensive. You should take that off.
Wasn't there an issue with someone?
There have been issues with this over the years, yes.
Political.
There was somebody just recently who had that. There was somebody just recently who had some political shirt on that was, or something that was a censored curse word.
So you can't wear
told him to get off.
Happy Friday.
No.
Shirt.
Have a great Friday, MFer. No.
Wow, careful, guys.
Yeah, somebody could say that that's offensive and tell you are not allowed to fly with that shirt on. It's absolutely true. Totally. And I find this to be dumb. Here's why. All right? If you want to have a set of rules, have a set of rules. Have a dress code. I'm fine with you having a dress code. People shouldn't be flying naked. I don't want that. Even if people stink and you want to boot them off, fine. But saying that you can't wear something offensive, and that's so subjective that it could be anybody on the flight saying, I find what you're wearing, your hat, your shirt, whatever, to be offensive, is the ultimate heckler's veto. You're giving everybody on that plane the right to get rid of somebody.
These sound like FCC rules to me, where they're, it's like there's no list of words we can't say. It's just what the community finds subjectively offensive, or blah 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 blah.
That's stupid.
Yeah, somebody's saying I find the pilot offensive. What if you just find the pilot uniforms offensive? Say I can't deal with that. I don't want the pilot uniforms.
How about I walk up to the pilot, I'm like, can I have that pin? And if he says no, then I'm offended.
Now I'm offended by you not doing that.
And
get off.
And it's offensive to me.
Get out of the flight. They got all these rules now. Offensive clothing and barefoot folks, hardest hit in the mix. We're going to hear from you as we roll on with the show. In fact, we can work on one right here. Here is, let's see. Let's go over to John the Exterminator joining us.
So for Taylor Swift, this is going to be a fun Super Bowl for her because she's a diehard Eagles fan. Has been her entire life.
Is that true?
So
no, Sean.
Who's she really going to be rooting for?
She likes the Chiefs, right? She's with the guy from the Chiefs.
What's his name?
Jason Kelsey. Or in my house,
you
Khalees.
picked the wrong Kelsey.
Oh, Travis Kelsey.
Yeah.
Travis Kelsey. Courtney says Khalees every single time. Every time. And I correct her every single time. And she just goes, it's like butt stacker for John Bustacker. I go, his name is Bustacker. I'm trying. I keep getting it wrong. I don't think she's trying that hard. We'll hear from you, though. Get your grade A Best in Show dispatch on the show here in a moment. When we come back, Chick-fil-A in the news. They want to improve their game. They want to step it up, and they've got some interesting ideas on how to do that. Also, the White House is preparing to abolish something entirely, just completely. Get rid of it. What is it? Wait till you hear this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Ranked by, I guess, tourist attractions in America. Some
It's
magazine.
got to be the Big D.
Which one?
The Big D.
What was that?
I don't know if I'm supposed to say it. I don't want to get in trouble.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
The off-ramp is blocked from State Road 408 eastbound to Orange Avenue. Emergency crews are working on an accident affecting the off-ramp from I-4 westbound to State Road 408. There's an accident on the Greenway southbound near Boggy Creek Road to keep an eye out for as well. Just travel with caution on the roadways this afternoon. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Real Radio wants to provide the assist on your holiday bills by putting $1,000 in your hand. $1,000 13 times a day. You know the drill. Just listen for the keyword to win $1,000 each hour weekdays from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Then take that keyword and enter it on our website, realradio.fm. Whether you do that on your phone or your computer, we don't care. What we do care about is that you answer the phone from a number that will probably say no caller ID when they call back the winner, because that's how you get $1,000 in your hand. This contest sponsored locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
People told me I needed to slow down. I told them I don't know how. I'm experiencing things I've only dreamed of. I have my freedom back. So while some days might be harder than others, I know a place I can go where I can feel strong and supported.
At VA, we're using technology to help veterans recover faster and live their lives to the fullest. Help us redefine the future of veteran healthcare.
Explore opportunities at vacareers.va.gov.
Monster BTK, the latest installment of the critically acclaimed Monster franchise, exposes the chilling story of one of America's most infamous cases that shook Wichita, Kansas to its core.
When people said BTK, you think of a wild-eyed Manson-like character. What we didn't understand is he was the guy next door.
Listen to Monster BTK on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Monster BTK to start listening.
Game on! Coach R.C. Hill here from R.C. Hill Mitsubishi. If you've been fumbling around town in a car you hate, then punt it. I need to kick off my new year. But first, all my 2024 rides must go. So this month, you could drive a new Mitsubishi for just $1 down. You can even save up to $10,000 on a new Mitsubishi with a lifetime warranty. Plus, we have over 200 used cars, all with warranty for just $1 down. See all my MVP rides at rchill.com.
Credit and $1 down require bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced.
Starting the journey to become a nurse can be confusing, but the first step is surprisingly simple. Join us at Galen College of Nursing's upcoming open house. You'll get to meet advisors, current students, and faculty. Plus, learn about the personalized student support Galen offers to help you succeed in nursing school. RSVP now for our open house on Tuesday, February 18th from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. by visiting galencollege.edu/Orlando.
Technology is advancing faster than ever these days, especially with the addition of artificial intelligence. Safe Touch Security has always been the trusted technology leader with high-tech security systems, and now they're introducing AI Deterrence. It's next-level security for your family. By doing more than just monitoring your property, it works proactively against intruders with floodlight infrared cameras, specific verbal warnings, and more. Right now, save up to 50% on select security systems. Call 888-723-8682 or go to safetouch.com. State license EF 2000-2049.
Excitement is happening at Daytona Beach and Orange City Racing and Card Club. Join us at Orange City on Saturday, February 8th for the first ever Super 40s single day tournament with $40,000 in chips and a $40,000 guarantee. Celebrate President's Day on February 17th with our $15,000 high hand promotion and the $5,000 Royal Reset at both Daytona Beach and Orange City Racing and Card Club. Don't miss out on the action.
Allergies are torture, but Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help you beat your allergies for good. Exact is clinically proven to give long-term lasting allergy relief in 3 injections. That's right, allergy relief in 3 injections. No matter how long you've suffered, no matter what else you've tried, with 3 injections, you can experience relief from your allergies. Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus. Go to aspireallergy.com to book your appointment today. aspireallergy.com.
New Year's resolutions are in full swing. So here's one for you. Clear vision. Seriously, if you're dealing with contacts or glasses, laser vision correction at the Filatowski Eye Institute is a game changer. With over 65,000 procedures, they are the trusted choice for Central Florida. And they have 24-month interest-free financing, so you don't have to wait. You can start seeing clearly and stay on budget. Text 1041 to 868686 and schedule your free consultation today. Clear vision, clear future. It all starts with the Filatowski Eye Institute. Just text 1041 to 868686 now for your free LASIK consultation.
Meet the Real Radio 104.1 Street Team, powered by Farrah and Farrah, at events all over Central Florida and win great prizes. For a complete listing of upcoming events, visit realradio.fm/events. Sponsored by Farrah and Farrah, Orlando's personal injury attorneys.
Now Taxes is using Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get your refund so you can do more with it right in Credit Karma. Now this is taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. See guaranteed details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
Want to play a game with me and Dad?
Mommy's not feeling good.
You need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with Dayquil VapoCool. It's Dayquil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
Come on, honey. Let's let Mommy rest.
You guys are amazing. And so is Dayquil VapoCool.
Dayquil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, fever, power through your day medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
I'm Greg Rosenthal, host of NFL Daily. Join me live from Radio Row in New Orleans. I'll be interviewing the NFL's biggest names all week long. NFL Daily will have you ready for this year's big moment. Will it be Mahomes completing the three-peat or Jalen Hurts avenging their Super Bowl 57 loss? We'll be there on the field after the game. Full recap, interviews with this year's Super Bowl champions. Don't miss it.
Listen to NFL Daily on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow NFL Daily and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, credit. 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 That's credit. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Radio 104.1.
Meet the 3 friends Bill Cosby called frat bros. This is the
as much as it has in the last 24 hours. It's like the least controversial thing, but I've seen such a reaction to it, and we'll get to this in just a moment. Maybe this is one of those things that I've been thinking about lately, a lot about this, where the loudest people, the most annoying people, really need much less attention, and they still get too much. Like, normal people get no attention in the grand scope of things. Normal people with normal opinions who just live normal lives and go about them, and until you go online and you just say something absolutely ridiculous, and then everything explodes for you, and you become the person of the day, the person of the moment Facebook, on social media, Instagram, blah, blah, blah. But the post yesterday by the Damien Leone guy, who is the creator, the everything of this horror franchise, Terrifier, which, if you like really good horror, kind of, I don't want to say schlocky, but I would say really good, practical effects, I think is the best way to say it. Like real effects, not some CG stuff. But like if an arm gets cut off, they really did it.
Yeah,
that kind of. Well, hold on. They didn't really cut the arm off.
They did, Sean. It was low budget.
They're using practical effects to do it, fake blood, et cetera, right?
It's overblown, like Machete.
Yes.
They just go, like, there would not usually be that much blood, and if there was, it wouldn't be spraying in such a way.
Yeah, your grandma will get a heart attack from these movies. It'll take out a loved one if they're not careful about it. But I love this dude, and I'm rooting for him, and I think he's great. And so yesterday we talked about, he put out this statement on Twitter because a couple of the cast members had been posting political things, including the guy who plays the Art the Clown character. He was posting a lot of stuff about Trump. He doesn't like Trump. I think he's a Canadian. I'm not positive. He doesn't like Elon Musk, and he's just hyper-posting all day long. These people who are just very online, every 5 seconds, the thing that they're outraged about. And he posted I thought it was like the most normal thing ever, where he said, all of the cast and crew that I work with have their own opinions, and it's their right to do so. I'm all for freedom of speech and expression, he said. But he said, Terrifier is not in any way, shape, or form a political franchise. I don't want to get into that, blah, blah, blah. So the statement from him is, all of my employees have the right to say whatever they want. My employees saying something doesn't make it part of the Terrifier franchise, et cetera, et cetera. It seemed pretty cut and dry to me. But so much of the reaction was weird and unhinged. Like, I saw somebody respond to this, and they said, are people literally freaking out because the guy doesn't want to come out and say he believes in everything you do? Are we that narcissistic? Am I missing something? I have to be missing something. He said nothing wrong here. What am I missing? And when you go into the thread that is now blown up on social media with 5.8 million views, and a lot of the people in his responses, they were burned the house down mad that he didn't join these people and denounce the bad thing of the moment, like, denounce Trump, denounce Elon Musk, or whatever. On and on and on he goes. So here's one example. I feel this is in response to some form of LGBTQ advocacy that DHT, that's the actor who works in his movies, has been standing up for lately on this platform, which would not make this response a great look. Playing both sides at the moment just isn't a good take when one side is advocating for the rights and lives of minorities and the other is not. He responds, it's definitely not, since I agree with his stance on that. Well, who do you think hires all of our LGBTQ cast and crew members? They're loved, respected, and encouraged to work with us. He's just digging a hole because this is a purity test. You know what I mean? Damien, man, I love you. I've always been such a huge fan. I wish this wouldn't have been said. We need to speak out against and condemn evil people that discriminate. Like, you have a large following, so you should be basically required to do this. Learn your history. Horror does not exist without queer people. Horror was invented by queer people, which, okay.
I was today years old when I learned that horror was invented by queer people.
Do your research, guys.
Have to fact check that one. All of these people in the comments are basically saying, silence is violence. You saying that my people on my cast and crew being able to have their own opinions, but as far as the product that we create together, it's not a political thing, is not acceptable. And that is just the absolute, well, it's what I would expect now, but it's the dumbest response to this stuff. It's like saying Bluey should have political views and Bluey should weigh in on the topics of the day because these are such important things. And the creators of this, if they don't agree with you politically, that they are somehow inherently doing something wrong, right?
Do you not think that Bluey is not a little bit on the left, at least?
I don't know enough about Bluey to know.
Bluey's done some gay stuff, right?
Is Bluey a cop? Is he one of the cop things?
That's Paw Patrol.
Paw
Patrol
is a cop.
definitely right-leaning.
Okay, so Paw Patrol's to the right. Bluey, does Bluey have an agenda? Is he taking a side?
I was just saying because he's blue, Sean.
Maybe, I don't know.
I'm creating
He is
lies.
not red.
Mm-hmm. True. I don't know what to make of this, but this is why the internet is dumb. And this is why you should have to pay per post. Because these are very stupid people. And his statement was just unbelievably rational and normal and how normal people think. So saying that everybody who's working on a project with you or everybody who is making something creative together should have the same political viewpoints would be a bad thing. That would be a bad thing to say. That continues to get attention out there, mostly on Twitter, which is, again, not the real world, friends.
Is it a bad thing if the project has nothing to do with politics? Or
I don't think so. I think
you're limiting yourself because you could be firing a person who's more talented because you don't agree with them.
I think that people would want that, but I don't, not in my world. I think every person who wants to create something should be able to do it within their own vision the way that they want. And the audience will decide if they want to watch that or not. And you could draw lines in the sand. Like you could say, if there's somebody who makes a movie and they like Trump, I'm not going to see that movie at all. I think that's dumb, but it's your right to do that if you want to. I have places where I draw the line. And there's a YouTube channel that I used to watch every single day, and I have not watched it in like 4 months. I used to watch it every single day.
Oh, what did Rhett and Link do to you?
It wasn't what they did, although they did some stuff, which I really hated.
Was gay stuff?
No, they had audience backlash a while back because they got involved with a charity called, I believe it's called Autism Speaks. And the charity, which was, it was a YouTuber named Mark Rober, has an autistic son, and he was doing this big charity event. And a bunch of online losers got upset, and they said, Autism Speaks is seeking to try to get rid of autistic children. They're trying to erase the world of autistic children, and this is terrible, and you shouldn't do this. And so they stepped down from the event and distanced themselves from it. I thought that was a disgusting, lame, terrible move. And then they have somebody on their staff that is a big fan, apparently, of a person who I think is maybe, and this is saying a lot, maybe the worst person online. Maybe like the most poisonous, one of the most poisonous people online.
I don't even know who that is.
You wouldn't know if I said it. It's one of those things. Like it's too deep internet for a person who...
No, this is the once a week that Sean tells me I'm not internet enough.
I'm just saying you're a normal person, all right? You guys aren't going to know who this is. You don't know who Bad Empanada is, right?
I've never heard of him.
No. See, of course you don't, because you're a normal person.
Right, so... But that was the person that made you draw the line.
No, this person is a horrible, horrible human being.
What makes them horrible?
I don't have enough time to go on it here, but this is a person who tells people to off themselves all the time, doxes people, tells people to visit their addresses and kill them for the opinions that they have. I could go on and on and on. Suffice to say, this is a terrible person. And one of the people on their staff wanted to be super cozy with that person. And I said, I think they know exactly what they're doing. So I'm not going to, while that guy works for them, watch their videos that include him. And that's just how I've responded to it. And people could do that if they want, but you shouldn't expect, on the other hand, that there's a purity test on the part of the creation team. Like, I don't expect that they have everybody with the same values and that they would fire this guy just because I disagree with him. I just don't want to support anything the guy does because he's a terrible, terrible person.
About that online?
I responded to the person on their staff, something that they posted that I thought was vile. And that's it. I didn't make any other kind of issue about it.
Did it become a thread?
No. Just a simple thing that largely went unnoticed because I just commented on something that they posted online. I think that when you look at these sort of things, you should dice it up however you want to. And if you draw your own lines in the sand, go for it. Draw those lines in the sand. But don't expect that the creators of things follow your set of rules. And that's what people are trying to do here, which I think is pretty dumb, honestly. I wanted to get to this Chick-fil-A thing.
No, you
we
can't.
have to talk about this. And I wanted to get to what's happening at Waffle House. So This Week in Food is happening next. But I teased this a little while ago, so let's pay this off real quick. It's up on See It Now for you guys to take a look at. This is the crash site where that flight, the Learjet 55, crashed in Philadelphia.
I saw this. I don't understand.
It's crazy.
It's like a damn meteor.
The thing that's the most wild about this is the black box. Well, it's like all squished and crunched. And the black box for the plane was found 8 feet underground.
Wow.
Oh, God.
That's the impact. I want you to think about that for a moment.
So
that this
who are the
plane
5
hit
people
with.
that were in the hospital still from this?
I think they were people on the ground where the flight crash landed that were injured by that. As I'm sure, seen the footage showed people.
So the black box is all mangled and it's 8 feet underground. Is it still usable? I mean, are they able to get data from it?
This just says the NTSB releases an image of the cockpit voice recorder of the Learjet 55 that crashed on January 30th and 31st in Philadelphia. It was located at the site of initial impact at a depth of 8 feet. Somebody says, FYI, it looks like it's a solid state memory type recorder. That casing is designed to be crush and fireproof. I'm confident data will easily be recovered. If this person knows what they're talking about. Just so you know, it used to be a rectangular shoebox type thing. Now it looks like the wrapper for a piece of gum that somebody's bundled up. And
burnt.
And burned. It was 8 feet underground. Check it out for yourself. It's over on the See It Now section of the newsjunkie.com. When we come back, This Week in Food, Chick-fil-A, Waffle House, what's happening at those places, plus jury duty and chaos in a New Mexico courtroom. Wait till you see what's going on there. That's coming up next in the News Junkie.
You're listening to Real Radio 104.1. Online at realradio.fm. On your phone with the free iHeartRadio app. And on hundreds of devices like Alexa, Google Home, Xbox, and Sonos. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Hey, this is Lincoln Kennedy. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
By adding Luka Doncic, the Lakers again get their guy. From Kareem to Wilt, Kobe to Powell to AD to now Luka. This didn't even count the free agents like Shaq and LeBron. No franchise continually goes from superstar to superstar like the Lakers, not even the Yankees. And Luka, for the next decade, is the next in line. I'm Colin Cowherd.
At Mercedes-Benz, there's a reason they go the extra mile. From testing their vehicles in desert heat and Arctic cold to creating AI that can anticipate your needs and preferences on the road, they demand that every car is worthy of their star because it's Mercedes-Benz.
Come watch athletes compete at the 12th Annual Scottish Highland Festival in Mount Dora, February 14th through 16th. Enjoy live Celtic music, traditional foods, and shop the unique vendors. The event is sponsored by Guinness Beer, Discover Lake, and the City of Mount Dora. Get your tickets at mountdorascott.com.
Calling all diesel mechanics. Explore new opportunities at the Orange County Fleet and Facilities Job Fair. Apply, interview, and get hired same day. Plus earn a $1,000 sign-on bonus. Thursday, February 6th, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Orange County Facilities Building in Orlando. Learn more at ocfl.net.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here to tell you that I hired FAS Windows and Doors multiple times to install my windows and doors right here in Orlando, Florida. Their expert team of window and door installers make the entire project seamless from measurement, final inspection, and of course, installation. Since 2005, that's 20 years, FAS has earned their spot as Orlando's top-rated window and door experts. Upgrade your home with a team that delivers excellence. Just visit FASWD.com and then trust Orlando's leader in windows and doors.
Want to play a game with me and Dad?
Mommy's not feeling good.
You need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with DayQuil VapoCool. It's DayQuil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
Come on, honey. Let's let Mommy rest.
You guys are amazing. And so is DayQuil VapoCool.
DayQuil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, fever, power through your day medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 30% upfront bonus? Are they promising you up to 10% growth per year guaranteed for your retirement income? If not, you need a new financial advisor. I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. If you plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hard-working folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They're not. That's up to $30,000 up front or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't work when you're supposed to be retired. And if any financial advisor tells you it's too good to be true, they simply don't have the options we do. Call Trajan today at 407-213-0000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company.
Making choices in the morning can be a bit much.
I just want someone to say sausage or egg and cheese biscuit, sausage and cheese or egg and cheese English muffin, small seasoned potatoes, or medium hot coffee. Get 2 for only $3. At Wendy's, fresh made food means simple choices. Dare we say it's even a little fun? Okay, not like roller coaster fun. There's only so much we can do, people. When you want less thinky and more brekky in the morning, gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only during breakfast hours. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Single item at regular price.
Not thinking about radio? Think again. Because more people are listening to the radio on iHeart today than they did 20 years ago. And only iHeart Broadcast Radio connects with more Americans than TV, digital, social, any other media. Even twice as many teens than TikTok. Think radio can help your business? Think iHeart. Streaming, podcasting, and radio. Call 844-844-iHeart to get started. That's 844-844-iHeart.
Listen to the In Touch Radio Network on iHeartRadio, featuring the biblically based teachings of Dr. Charles Stanley. Just search for the In Touch Ministries channel on the iHeartRadio app or visit intouch.org.
Get ready for our 2025 iHeart Podcast Awards.
March 10th, we'll honor the very best in podcasting from the past year and celebrate the most innovative talent and creators in the industry. And you'll help decide who wins Podcast of the Year. Vote now at iHeartPodcastAwards.com.
Audible is a proud sponsor of the Audible Audio Pioneer Award. Explore the best selection of audiobooks plus podcasts and originals, all in one easy app. Audible, there's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Shipley Donuts, now open on South Cimarron Boulevard.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real, number one, radio. He won't hesitate to call you out when you're being a little asky. This is...
Thank you for hanging out with us. Whether you give us 5 minutes or 50 minutes or 4 hours, whatever it is, it's appreciated. And thank you on a Share the Show Tuesday for spreading the word about the News Junkie radio show. Jury duty coming up in just a bit. We'll see what's happening in courtrooms around the country. When I saw this, I thought this must be fake, but it's from a legit account. It is definitely not fake. And it says the U.S. Navy released a photo of the USS Preble firing her Helios laser weapon. And I'm like, what? Firing a laser weapon?
Yeah, that's right. We're using technology, and it's a death ray.
What the hell, man? We got like real life death rays out here, and they're testing it?
You look into that.
Uh-huh.
Immediately blind?
Scrambled.
Oh, I think you're blind
Dead?
instantly.
You're dead? You think it's hurting your brain, too?
Could it kill you? Let's see. It's called the Helios solution. I'm going to put this up on See It Now. It says high energy laser with integrated optical dazzler and surveillance.
That sounds fun.
I'm not smart enough to know what that is, okay? I don't have the brain power.
ChatGPT.
High energy laser with integrated optical dazzler and surveillance. Celine, ask ChatGPT if you got hit.
Here.
Yeah, Sabrina, if you're on, you got a pro account.
If you get
hit with the Helios U.S. military laser, what would happen? This is multi-mission capabilities, a 60,000-watt high-energy laser for counter-fast inshore attack craft, long-range intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance, increased high-energy laser power levels. And
it's taking a long time to answer, which leads me to believe that
it's complicated.
I'm going to get a flag on my...
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
So,
I've never seen anything like this. I'm putting it on See It Now as we speak right here. What did it say?
All right. First of all, several factors. Are you ready to hear this?
Okay.
So severe burns, number one. Helios is 60 plus KW class laser, powerful enough to burn through metal and disable drones, boats, and missiles. If directed at a person, it could cause instantaneous severe burns and tissue destruction.
Wow.
Number 2, blindness, eye damage. Even at lower power levels, exposure to military-grade lasers can cause permanent blindness by damaging the retina. The Dazzler component of the Helios is designed to disable optical sensors and cameras, but if directed at human eyes, it could cause permanent vision loss and severe impairment.
Damn.
Severe internal damage. If the beam were focused on a person for long enough, it could penetrate deep tissue, potentially causing organ failure and even fatal injuries. And
so
then,
you could die then.
Thermal shock and evaporation of fluids. At extreme levels, the heat could instantly vaporize bodily fluids, leading to explosive tissue damage. All right, cool. Not going to get near that thing.
I'm sorry.
What did you say the watts was? Like 60,000 kilowatts or something like that?
It said 60 plus kilowatts.
Yes.
Oh, 60,000
watts then.
Okay. The typical laser used for vision correction, which, Sean, you have been a part of, like in a LASIK surgery, operates at a power level of around 1 to 5 milliwatts.
Oh, boy.
Wow. So this is way, 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 way beyond that.
Okay, what about like a laser printer?
Look at this. Is this real? I'll put this up on See It Now,
Get
too.
ready, because today we're going deep on something really incredible.
Yeah, this is big.
Oh, my
That's
God,
AI.
that's the AI podcast, people.
That's right. We are going to talk about this today.
One of my favorite clips of 2024 was when they told the AI podcast that they're AI and not humans.
And they were struggling with it. I don't know. I'm just hearing this now for the first time.
This whole time that I said I was calling my wife, it turns out she doesn't exist. I'm not human.
That was brutal. Oh, God. This is crazy. The Helios laser is wild to me, though. I've never seen anything
Is there
quite like
sound
this.
to any of these videos?
It's just that podcast, people.
I think the most disappointing thing we're going to figure out about this Helios thing is we want it to sound something like and it probably sounds nothing like that. It's probably just like
this is from the U.S. Navy. This might be a different one, though. This is maybe not Helios? I don't think. No audio here either.
I mean,
it's so crazy that they have that technology, though.
Someone's going to accidentally walk in front of that.
Yeah, if they haven't happened yet, it will happen at some point. And that person is in big trouble.
And that, technology would be absolutely horrible in the hands of the enemy,
Yeah, we don't want anybody else to get this.
That's what the aliens had.
What happens if there's another ship next to this and you take your space laser thing that you got and you point it at the ship? Does the ship catch on fire?
It's anti-air, anti-drone, anti-missile defense.
Oh, even drones. Wow, it could get that's crazy. All right, check that out on the See It Now section of the newsjunkie.com. What a world we're living in. What a time to be alive.
Oh, yeah.
I think if you point that thing at another ship and there's people on it, that might be a war crime, man. That's,
toast them up, and afterwards you go,
gosh.
Hey, shouldn't have messed with us. That's how it works.
With it.
Look out, Canada. Be on edge. This week in food.
God.
Updates for you. Waffle House now making a change. They're making a change that should be shocking to nobody who's been to the grocery store as of late. They are adding a 50-cent charge per egg.
Oh, come on.
An egg surcharge because of the national rise in cost of eggs.
You know why, though? Or at least what they're saying is they're blaming it on the bird flu.
The bird flu, yeah. It's a big problem. Yeah.
Also Trump.
Trump is one option. He's only been in office for like a couple of weeks here. But the bird flu is probably what's leading to this. They've killed a lot of birds. And this is more crazy than the space lasers to me.
Okay.
Avian flu has been plaguing farmers in the egg supply since January 2022. Now think about this. Think about the things that we complain about and this happened. It has resulted in 108 million birds being slaughtered.
Oh.
108
Poor birds.
in 2 years.
Man, think of how many more birds you could have on your little bird camera, Sabrina, if there were 108 million more of them.
If there were 108 million in your front yard.
I had so many new species last week.
Did you?
Golden finches. 3 of them.
Ooh.
I'm like, I haven't seen you all around the neighborhood before.
Hey, this might be stupid, but in the app that you have for your bird feeder, your smart bird feeder,
Yeah.
is there kind of like a bingo card kind of thing? Where
It has a section of the app that is just birds.
But
so
does it
shows you
does
the
it allow
species.
you Does it allow you to, like, when you catch the species, it highlights it?
That would be cool. No,
I wish they did.
Like if it gamified the identification of species
Like
and you
Pokemon
got
Go.
badges.
Yes, that would be cool.
No, all it says, I've collected 27 species, and then it tells me, like, it shows me the species. Sometimes it gets it wrong, where I'm like, this is clearly a different bird, but then it'll tell me how many times they visited. So, like, the, what is the one? One of my favorite. We had a purple finch, and then the tufted titmouse has visited me 303 times.
No way.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
the technology there's cool. Meanwhile, Waffle House.
We had a bird just get into our patio and couldn't figure out how to get out.
Right behind you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Kind of the same.
Did you put up, did you put up your bird feeder? Because you have
Not
the
yet.
same
It
one.
actually hasn't done it yet.
It doesn't feel the same, honestly. 50-cent egg surcharge over at Waffle House because of the nationwide rise in egg costs because of these bird flu issues. And it's going to get more expensive as time goes on. Chick-fil-A is trying to make fast food faster right now. They said they are launching drones, and the drones will allow them to serve one car every 13 seconds. That's what they're looking for.
Seems like a bad idea.
They're just going to track the cars in the parking lot with these drones. Go ahead, Sealand.
This morning was one of those that I really wish we still had that service where we could search through all the TV stations and all the things that they say.
Yeah.
Because our sweet friends at GDO did a thing that I'm sure was rampant, just huge across the board. Because they said, in talking about the bird flu, soaring egg prices have people in a
feather.
Panicking.
In a chicken in the
to find eggs
in a coop.
They're in a hen.
What do you do to eggs?
Scramble.
It is scramble.
Damn it, man! I didn't have a chance. I just didn't have a chance.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a quick break and then we'll do jury duty. I got these stories ready to go. Believe it or not, Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, yes, they're making an appearance.
All right, I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Well, even more important, and maybe you find this interesting, a man who was very high on marijuana shot his friend and had the most amazing chef's kiss excuse on why he shot his friend while stoned. And that will be in our abbreviated jury duty when we come back. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Hi, I'm Sherry, and I'm from Merritt Island, and I won $1,000 just for listening to 104.1.
Your next chance to win $1,000 is minutes away, courtesy of Mills Air on Real Radio 104.1.
The off-ramps closed from I-4 westbound to State Road 408. There's emergency crews blocking the ramp from State Road 408 eastbound to Orange Avenue. Move over and slow down if you see police activity on the roadways there. There's an accident on the Greenway southbound near Boggy Creek Road, causing a bit of commotion as well. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by True Green. True Green. Get a golf course quality lawn that's more affordable than you think. Don't wait. Visit TrueGreen.com today and let the pros handle the work while you enjoy the results. That's TrueGreen.com. True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
This is Ashley Kennedy from the Ben and Ashley I Almost Famous podcast. You probably know a ton of people who are on Ozempic or semaglutide right now. At Future Health, they make accessing them, these GLP-1s, simple, safe, and affordable. Their program connects you with licensed doctors who specialize in GLP-1 treatments. You can get the support that you need, and you can reach your weight loss goals. With Future Health, you'll have access to these trusted weight loss meds, plus ongoing care through their network of over 6,000 doctors and pharmacies nationwide. It's very easy to get started, so if you're somebody who just feels like they can't lose the weight, no matter what you try, go to tryfh.com to learn more. Try FH.com to see if these weight loss meds might be right for you. Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
Fall in love with your home all over again by replacing your old windows and doors with the beautiful designs from Renewal by Andersen. No matter what the weather may be like outside, Renewal by Andersen's acclaimed windows and doors offer excellent insulation, reducing energy loss and helping to lower your utility bills while maintaining a comfortable indoor temperature year-round. Charles says this is his second dance with the Renewal team, and they did just as good this time as they did the last time. Everyone from the installers to the office staff did a tremendous job. I am enjoying my 31 windows now, and I would encourage all people wanting to replace their windows to go the Renewal way. For February, Renewal by Andersen is offering buy 4 windows or patio doors and get the 5th free. Plus, 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 18 months. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation today. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, license number CGC 1527613.
Great news! You're getting a Gabe store. Do you know about Gabe's? They offer the biggest brands for up to 70% off department store prices. You'll get huge savings on apparel and footwear for the whole family, plus picks for your home from their private label brand Old Time Pottery. Shop deals on personal care, everyday essentials, and pantry items too. Join the grand opening on February 8th at 1300 West International Speedway Boulevard in Daytona. Doors open at 9 a.m. Gabe's, find your deal.
Now Taxes is using Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get your refund so you can do more with it right in Credit Karma. Now this is taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. See guaranteed details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
Get Wawa Rewards' biggest deal of the year before it's gone. Any size hot coffee for $1. Any size iced coffee for $2. And a 16-ounce Monster Energy for $3. You can redeem these bonus offers every day, as many times as you want, now through February 16th. Don't miss it. $1 hot coffee, $2 iced coffee, and $3 Monster Energy drinks. Unlimited, now through February 16th. Gotta have a Wawa.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got questions after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Your music, radio, and podcasts are on our free iHeartRadio app.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, CASH. C-A-S-H. Cash. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Preparing you
For the impending robot uprising.
This is the News Junk.
From the sports world, I'm beginning to see what the problem was in the Terrifier thing. It's just that horror Twitter, like the group of people on Twitter who obsess over horror stuff, is a bunch of crazy people. Horror people on Twitter, the collective of them that they call horror Twitter, horror X now, I guess you would say, they're a bunch of lunatics. That's what the problem appears to be here.
Is there a particular side of the political spectrum that horror Twitter leans toward?
Yes, very far to the left. Very much everything is political. Everything must be political. People who are to the very far left like that are indeed crazy, in my opinion. I think if you live your life saying everything needs to be political, I think you're crazy, and I don't want to spend a lot of time with you because you're probably an annoying person. And that's what it looks like is going on there. But to the world of sports Twitter I like, actually. I think sports Twitter is kind of fun. Do they lean to the right? They probably do lean to the right, I would say. It's dominated by stuff like Barstool Sports and Dave Portnoy and those types of people. It's heavy into young men. Young men, like the further down end of Gen Z young men is much more to the right than to the left, as far as I can tell. And in this case, it's not a political thing at all. I only apologize. The only thing I will apologize for is I know I'm going to say this guy's name wrong, but the 5-time NBA All-Star Luka Doncic, it's my best attempt at it. I looked it up yesterday, but then I forgot. He was on the Dallas Mavericks for quite some time, and he just got traded to the Los Angeles Lakers. And the only reason I bring this up is I felt so bad for the guy. They said he had just been house shopping and purchased a house in Dallas the same day that he learned this information.
Jeez.
And the poor guy, they say he was crying. He had just bought this big, beautiful, expensive house in Dallas, and then they go, "Hey, we got some news for you." And he goes, "What?" And they go, "That you've just been traded to the Los Angeles Lakers." And, oh, man. I don't know if I could do that. That's tough. Oh, God. So there he goes.
Something, is it escrow? Or when you purchase how to...
In escrow?
Yeah, and you have like 30 days and you can give back almost like a return policy.
I would hope so. I don't know what point he was at in the buying process. The story I saw just said like he had purchased a home earlier in the day, only to be told...
Earlier in the day?
He had only been told like, "Hey, we traded you to another team."
Listen, I've never been a professional NBA player.
What?
I know that's
Get out of here. You're
the
tall.
both of you. Especially, what do they say? A 5-time champion? Don't you?
Right.
As an NBA player, though, shouldn't you know? Like, is there zero writing on the wall when you get a trade like that?
I don't know.
Great question.
I think it really can be a total surprise. Sports people, let us know. Sports people, hit us
Put it
up
on the
with
Mo list, Sports Mo.
a dispatch or an email to let us know what you think. But right now, it's time. Here we go. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention. Before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass, you're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only, Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. If you're in an accident, there's lots of attorneys out there trying to get your attention, but trust me on this one. You're in good hands with justcallmo.com. Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively, they're still fighting each other. And a judge yesterday issued some rulings. The judge issued a warning on Monday at a pretrial hearing in New York City. The first time lawyers on both sides of the legal dispute met face-to-face in a courtroom. Lively and Baldoni were not present. The trial is expected to begin March 2026. The judge said,
it's still a year away.
Oh, we got a lot more time on this one. You got a lot in front of the court that gives, I think, the public plenty to feast upon, the judge said. And the judge said, what we want you to do, unless you're responding to something that's out there about your client, is to not take shots at the other person. So Baldoni's attorneys have been told not to take shots at Blake Lively unless there's some reports they want to respond to. And Blake Lively's attorneys have been notified to do the exact opposite. Like if there's nothing that's out there that's being reported that they need to counter, they should not be trying to go after Justin Baldoni.
And this was the judge that said that?
This was the judge. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. The judge didn't give like a full lockdown on things where he said nobody can speak about the other person.
I mean, because there is an entire website dedicated to this.
Yeah. He's got all his...
Did you peruse?
His docs.
It's like 160-something pages. I watched, I watched a recap video that was like 5 minutes long of just the first 12 pages. And it's all the text between them. And it was, I think, the 4 weeks leading up to the first day of shooting. And there was so much stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot. They cataloged like everything back and forth with each other. You know what I thought about? I go, I don't know what this is like, but it must be weird to revisit your text messages from a long time ago because of some fight that blows up or something. Like, imagine
It's terrifying. It's terrifying.
Like, I have nothing in my phone. Nothing in my phone. Nothing that I've ever posted online that I am distancing myself from. I don't feel bad about any of it. I've never said anything that I would ever be worried about. Go for it. I'm a good human being. I live by a moral code, and I don't do stuff that's like that. So I don't worry about anything on my phone.
But if they came back and like found, you probably had relationships back in the day that there were zero text messages involved. But
some emails?
Like,
yeah, if they went through every email, every text message, everything I've ever sent in my entire life, you wouldn't find things like this.
I'm not saying that you're going to get canceled. I'm just saying if for some reason legally they had to go back through your correspondence and then you had to reread all the text you sent some chick because you were just trying to get in her pants or just like trying to hang out, like, my gosh, I would be just redder than this webcam's making my face.
That's kind of what I was getting at. I was like, it must be weird to go over messages that you sent to people back and forth when you thought no one's ever going to see this.
No, we didn't. I mean, screenshots were barely a thing back in the day.
Now they get all the info, and the world is going to be like, did you respond to her text message by saying this, and I quote, and you go, oh, no, I never thought anybody would look at that. God.
Eggplant emoji, peach emoji.
Oh, that would be horrific. It would be embarrassing. Even though, as I said, you'll never find nothing could cancel me.
I got a folder that says otherwise.
Go for it. Release it all. You have all of the permissions.
That's part of that News Junkie soundboard app.
Yeah, that could, in the wrong hands, cancel me. Yes, that could do it.
Available for the public. All
That's
hands.
no good. All right, over to the other story I talked about, since Sabrina was yawning at Baldoni and Lively. This one maybe will
just
grab your
sucks
attention.
My soul.
This one is totally different, and it's about a man who got arrested for something that happened when he was smoking marijuana.
All right.
This man was arrested for manslaughter
no.
after allegedly smoking pot with a friend and then shooting him.
Okay.
When the police asked him why he shot his friend, he said that his friend claimed he could dodge a bullet.
Oh, God.
They wanted to put it to a test to see if he actually could.
That is a stoner session I have never heard of.
I don't know if they were watching that Matrix scene where you go backwards. And
I could do that, man.
I'm telling you, I could do it.
Try it right now. I swear I'll dodge it.
It's not a good idea. So these two are now in trouble. In a detective interview,
the guy didn't die?
The one guy did. After he did not dodge the bullet. After he was read as Miranda writes, man reportedly told officials he and his friend had smoked marijuana about 8 p.m. and they were talking about guns in the kitchen. Man and his friend later went into the detached garage to continue their conversation. They were reportedly handling 2 different handguns when the victim said, I could dodge a bullet if I wanted to.
Oh, my God.
Man told officials he and his friend unloaded each gun before he pointed a firearm at the victim and pulled the trigger, with his friend trying to jump out of the way to prove he could move before the trigger was pulled. They tried that about 6 times. The final time, the gun fired, striking the victim in the chest, and he ended up dying.
So you got 5 times.
Could not.
I love that they did it more after the one time.
So you could do it once, but can you do it more times is the big question.
I mean, the guy's dead. Do we know that this is even the true story that the stoner came up with?
They're going to go with it.
Yeah, you don't know.
Did he just murder his friend and somehow talked his way down to manslaughter?
I always find that story of, well, I was just showing my gun or I was cleaning it.
Yeah.
And then they got shot. Everyone just goes with that. Everyone just accepts that story. And it seems like a very simple cover up for murder.
Yeah, because you're not supposed to be ever pointing your gun at another person to begin with. You're not supposed to be putting yourself in that position.
I was just showing my deadbeat cheating husband my gun. I was just showing it to him.
Here's another update for you. Remember the Menendez brothers?
Yes.
And they were trying to get out after this Netflix series that was pretty interesting. Now we've got some details coming out here about what's happening behind the scenes. 2 prosecutors from the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office who recommended the release of Eric and Lyle Menendez have said they were since demoted by the district attorney and defamed by one of his close allies. They said they've been harassed, discriminated, and retaliated against following their recommendation of resentencing for Eric and Lyle Menendez.
Now, wait, didn't they just change district attorneys? Is this the new district attorney that's demoted these guys?
I believe this is the new one. This is DA Nathan Hochman, Hochman. I think maybe he's the new one. But now they're planning to sue for retaliation, defamation, and discrimination. They submitted a memorandum on October 24th, 2 weeks later, after Hochman's runaway victory over former DA George Gascon. Retaliation began. They said they were demoted to lower roles in the office and mocked and ridiculed in online posts made by the new DA. So they're saying this is not uncommon. When a new DA comes into office, they often demote people, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, we've got a couple more things to get to. I wanted to talk about what happened in this courtroom in New Mexico, where a suspect accused of killing a woman was attacked by the deceased woman's uncle. He said afterwards, it was worth every moment. Alexander Ortiz was appearing before a judge in Albuquerque when a man was seen jumping over the barrier before taking him to the ground. The guy's accused of murdering the ex-girlfriend Alina Farfan before murdering another woman. Bad guy. And the footage released from the courtroom shows an attack underway. He jumps over the barrier. He's coming after the defendant. Oh, there's two people that went after him. It looked like a second person came out, unless they were breaking it up. They're on the ground struggling in the courtroom right now. Wow. And this guy says it's worth it. Yeah, I could see that being worth it. Just for the record, I'd go to jail for that. If I felt that was the best way to handle things, it'd be worth it for me. Oh, they're still just brawling. This is 30 seconds
this lady
into this.
in the coat is what?
She's pointing.
She punched the guy, pulled him off, and now walking away.
Yeah, nobody has control of the courtroom. I'll put this up on See It Now. It's a full-on brawl with the defendant on the ground.
That judge is just slamming the gavel as if anyone's going to listen to that.
Order the court! Order the court!
Decorum.
Look at the officer in the courtroom. He's like just trying to get some semblance of control of this. I'm popping this up right now on the See It Now section of the newsjunkie.com so you can take a look at the court fight. And that's that. There's your update for today. Quick break. When we come back, we hear from you. You're important, your thoughts. Plus, the White House is preparing an executive order to do something very big, and it's going to ruffle some feathers. What is it? We'll find out together. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
There's a couple accidents to keep an eye out for on the roadways here. The off-ramp from I-4 westbound to State Road 408. Emergency crews are clearing up an accident there. Watch out for an accident on the Greenway southbound near Boggy Creek Road. Authorities are clearing up an accident on State Road 408 westbound near the Greenway as well. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Fall in love with how easy car care can be. Drive into Valvoline Instant Oil Change for a premium Valvoline oil change. No appointment needed. Save today at VIOC.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. We'll get you back on the road in no time.
Do you already have a mortgage quote and are you wondering if it's any good? Well, stop wondering and find out now by working with That Mortgage Guy Don. It is so easy to compare your quote. You go to the website, thatmortgageguyDon.com, hit the button that says compare, upload your quote, and That Mortgage Guy Don will tell you if it's any good. Simple as that. And if it's not any good, he's going to help you find the best deal. Work with an expert and a friend that you could trust by working with That Mortgage Guy Don. Peace of mind right there at your fingertips by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Premier Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To restore your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
This is Jenny Garth from I Do Part 2. Do you know that Ozempic and semaglutide are GLP-1s? Of course you do. How many people do you personally know that use weight loss medications? Future Health is giving millions of people affordable access to weight loss meds for less than $3 a day. Almost 2 million people in the U.S. were taking semaglutide medication in 2021, more than 3 times as many as in 2019. This is so much more than a trend. I have a friend who has always struggled with their weight. And now, working with Future Health, the difference that they have in their own confidence, and I am so happy for them. Find out if weight loss meds are right for you in 3 minutes at tryfh.com. That's tryfh.com. Again, tryfh.com. Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
People told me I needed to slow down. I told them I don't know how. I'm experiencing things I've only dreamed of. I have my freedom back. So while some days might be harder than others, I know a place I can go where I can feel strong and supported.
At VA, we're using technology to help veterans recover faster and live their lives to the fullest. Help us redefine the future of veteran healthcare.
Explore opportunities at vacareers.va.gov.
You wouldn't know it, but most financial advisors are put in a box. I'm Jeff Jr. from Trajan Wealth, and I want to provide you a little insight about financial advisors. Most financial advisors have to sell what their company requires them to sell, and many advisors have to only adhere to what's called a suitability standard. A suitability standard is a limited standard of care, not requiring what's sold to be best, just suitable. Advisors with this loose standard often have limited investment and product selection. Trajan Wealth is held to a fiduciary standard, which is the highest standard of care in the advisory business. And that's just one of the many reasons we have billions of dollars under our care and attract clients from other advisors. Raise your standards today and call Trajan Wealth. 407-213-0000. That's 407-213-0000.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Ooh, should we get an app?
Appetizer? Nah, not for me. Trying to save some money, you know?
You know what you need? The Upside app. Gives you cash back on essentials like gas, groceries, and dining. You could earn up to $10 on every restaurant meal.
Upside? What's the catch?
No catch. Just download the free app, claim an offer, and get real cash back at places like Popeyes, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut.
Okay, now that's the app I'm getting.
Download the Upside app and get a 10% bonus on your first restaurant purchase. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here from my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. Look, as you go through your social media and see the photographs of Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's, see all those smiling faces, those friends and family enjoying each other's time, don't you want to do that as much as possible? I know you do. Well, Life Imaging FLA can help you do that with their free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value, but the information it gives you can save your life. Don't be reactive, be proactive. Take care of this beforehand. Don't wait for a symptom. And don't forget, it takes no time at all. No dyes, no injections. You keep your clothes on, and the entire process only takes a few minutes. So do what I did, what my wife did, what my in-laws did, and what hundreds of Central Floridians are doing. Make that call today and take control of your long-term health care. Here's how you make your appointment. Just pick up your cell phone and dial pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. That's all you have to do. Pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. They will connect you in seconds. Take advantage of this offer and take control of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Get ready for Super Bowl 59 with iHeart, the official partner of the NFL Podcast Network.
This is Cam Jordan from the NFL Podcast Network show, Off the Edge with Cam Jordan.
Join Cam and other podcasts like NFL Daily, NFL Players, Second Acts, and more.
We'll all be recording live from New Orleans this week. Make sure to open the iHeart app and search NFL to hear all the action and the biggest guests.
Getting you ready for the Super Bowl with the NFL Podcast Network. Just open the free iHeart app and search NFL to start listening now.
If you've been injured in a car accident, call Pound Law from your cell phone. Morgan & Morgan.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, CASH. C-A-S-H. Cash. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
forever at the crossroads between viral news and total chaos.
We've got a lot in store for you this week on the show. As always, some announcements coming up before too long about the biggest event we've ever done. A new merch drop coming up. The countdown timer is on in the merch section of the newsjunkie.com. A lot in store, so don't miss a show around these parts. We love you. We appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with us today. And now I want to talk about something real quickly. I remember so distinctly during the pandemic, 2020, 2021, around that time, I remember so distinctly there was people saying the movies will never recover. The box office will never recover. The idea of people going to the movie theater for that sort of experience is a dead one, and Hollywood might as well just say goodbye to it. And now it's more clear than ever to me that that was one of the dumbest predictions you could ever imagine.
I didn't understand that one. I thought people were going to want to get back to doing stuff like that.
Yeah. There was an idea that since they were releasing stuff directly to our households, that it was going to cut out the theaters and we would never want to go back to the theaters again. But I, for one, and I've been going a lot more on Mondays. We don't drink, so we went yesterday and we watched the movie, give us a distraction. And we watched Companion, which is a movie that I believe just came out.
Okay.
I don't know how much I want to say about this because I don't want to ruin the experience for other people. But we walk in, and the tickets were pretty pricey. I think it was about $40 for the two tickets around there.
You guys go to the same place all the time?
No, we went to, this was at Disney Springs, the theater over there, the big theater. And it was one of the ones where you walk it. There was three stories of seating that you had in this movie theater, and the screen was just magnificent and had all the upgraded sound and all. And I go, while I like watching movies at my house, and I do all the time, you can't do this at your house unless you got some insane money that I don't know about. You can't do this at your place.
Are you talking about an IMAX theater?
It wasn't an IMAX. It was, I don't think, doesn't an IMAX imply something different, like a wraparound aspect or something to it? Or is it simply the height of the screen?
Not completely around. I think it's just a much bigger, wider aspect ratio.
It was a huge screen. It didn't say IMAX anywhere, but it must have been 50 feet tall or something on that order. Just astonishing, man. And watching a movie like that is such a crazy good experience that you can't quite get at home. Trini on YouTube says, Sean, I thought you were one of those people saying going to the movies was going to die after the pandemic. No, I did not say that. I saw a lot of people saying this, and we talked about it, and we talked about how things were going directly into your theaters or into your home instead of the theaters.
See, I'm down for that.
Because that was happening. But both can exist. The beautiful thing right now is where we're at. I don't know if you agree or not, Sabrina, but I like what's happening now. A movie is released in the theaters. The movie is there for a shortened period of time, and then pretty quickly it's available for you to stream at your house. Mm-hmm. The timeline used to be forever.
And
yeah,
then,
I couldn't believe when Wicked was like already available on streaming.
That's a good example, yeah. Wicked's already out now for streaming, and that was a major release a couple of months ago.
And my timeline is available at home to rent and or purchase. And then I do one of those, and then the next day, one of the streaming services I pay for monthly
pops it on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fast. But remember how long it used to be? It used to be the movie would go into the theater. It would be in the theater for 3 months or so if it was a big movie. Then some time would pass. Then the movie would be available at a Blockbuster Video or Hollywood Video if you're nasty. Or your local video provider if you really want to get wild, behind the beaded curtain.
Ooh, the one with the back room.
That one, that spot. And then maybe 2-3 months from there, they would release it for you to actually purchase a movie that you could watch at home. If you wanted to watch it on television, good luck. There was years and years and years until one of the broadcasters would buy the rights to broadcast a movie like that. It's just completely changed the way it works. I've always thought, and I thought during the pandemic, it's too big structurally the box office industry with the movie theaters, they're not going to mow all these down. It's a moneymaker, man. They do well when people are asses in the seats. The problem was you had the pandemic, and then you had all these movies that were ginned up that nobody really wanted to watch. Movies that didn't properly target people. And so they failed miserably at the box office.
But when it came to your, outing last night, was this because you saw the trailer and felt like you and Courtney were targeted, or you just picked a random movie?
But that's how you pick a movie, because you watch it and you go, I like
I'm curious. I don't often go to the movies. I think I've been twice in the last 3 years.
Do you not see from time to time a trailer and go, man, I want to watch that when it comes out in the theater? Or is that not something that happens with you?
It's more like, man, I can't wait till that comes out on demand.
Okay,
or to someone can download it and send it to me.
Yeah, maybe you might just not like the theater experience. You're
now
more...
Smile 2 was wild in the theaters. That I'm very glad I watched.
To me, better. It's still great at home. Those movies are still great at home, but to me, it's a better experience. I like it a little bit more. And the demographics thing is just, you have to make a movie that people want to see. And when you watch a trailer, you either want to see the movie or do not want to see the movie, or somebody wants to see the movie and they're going to drag you along with. That's the only thing.
Case of Smile 2 then, Sabrina, did you actually hear of Smile 2 and go, wait, we have to save that for the theater?
Yes. And I had seen Smile 1, first Smile. And then, that was what I wanted to see in the theaters, because... And it was a great experience. I'm very glad I did. It was very scary.
Yeah. Did you go to like the RPX or one of the upgraded theaters or regular theater when you went to see that?
Whatever the Winter Park one was, where you can lounge out a little bit. But I was on the edge of my seat, tell you that.
I like the one that's more expensive. As I told you, last night it was maybe close to $40 for 2 tickets, but I like that one. We had 2 seats next to each other, Courtney and I. There's a armrest in the middle that you could pull up. So you have like a love
you guys
seat.
Cuddled?
Basically. We didn't cuddle necessarily. We do little cuddle bits here and there, but we just got to enjoy.
The armrest sucks. Like, even trying to hold hands and like one person's elbow is bending the wrong way.
You can lift that right up.
It's not worth it.
You can lift it right up, and then your chair could do just untold things that it shouldn't be able to do.
Driving 50 minutes to go to a damn movie.
It took a little while. Yeah, it took a little while to get there, but we're just trying to be distracted anyhow.
We watched a movie, a new one last night that's Will Ferrell and Reese Witherspoon.
Loved it. You're cordially invited.
I just saw some of the promotional stuff for this, so I have not seen
the premise of the movie and some of the things, like, you really have to suspend disbelief to think that this is possible, that this would happen. But once you do that, I was crying laughing at this stupid movie.
Funny.
Like, some of it was so stupid.
Tell me the premise.
Very silly.
What's the premise of the movie?
There's like an island resort that hosts weddings, but can only host one wedding per weekend because they can only get so many people on and off the island at different times. And then so Will Ferrell books a wedding, and the lady puts down the phone and dies before she writes down the name. And they book another wedding. And the suspension of disbelief is there's no way that the wedding planner just doesn't show up. You know, they don't have any correspondence with these people. You book the wedding on the phone.
It's going to be like this cutesy, like, family movie. Something ridiculous happens. And I have to say,
the alligator,
and a lot of F-bombs that I was like, every 2 seconds, whoever wrote the script is like, yeah, we'll throw an F word in here, even though we don't need to, and this one as well.
It's
but
good,
I was,
though?
I was crying,
hilarious.
laughing.
I will watch that this week. We'll watch that at some point in time, because when we came back, we were like, all right, we got a little bit until we go to bed here. Let's put something else on. And we popped on the Jamie Foxx, Cameron Diaz movie.
That was rough. I didn't get through that one. That was stupid. Not funny.
It was fine.
No,
it was fine.
I mean, some of the action scenes were just like, wow, okay.
Mine was more
cow.
like, you guys want me to think you're a couple because you're barely hugging.
Oh, that was a tough watch, man.
But $45 million, Cameron made.
That ain't bad. Good for her, man. Take the money if you can get it. I saw this story this morning. I said, I don't like this. I'm not going to say it on the show, but I'll do it anyway. This is a story from the Telegraph in the UK, and they say the aging process spikes at 2 particular ages. One is 60 years old. When you turn 60, things change drastically. You start to age drastically within a short period of time. It's one of the reasons why when you see somebody running for office, if they're a president, a lot of time they're around their 60s or in their 60s. And then they get that aging process that hits them like a Mack truck in the face.
Well, because they're president, too.
And they're president, too, so the stresses are everywhere. But
is the other one 44?
The other one is 44. And I don't like that at all.
That's who this year?
It said what to watch out for, the way you can defend yourself against this.
Oh, it's too late for you, man.
It said your bones get weaker. I don't want my bones to get weak.
Weaker than that?
Yeah.
Hey, what are you talking about? My bones are plenty strong right now.
They're
Get
like
out of here.
Rubber.
No.
Yeah.
I think they're fine. It's one of those things I can't be super confident about because I don't know. I know they're working. My skeleton's okay for now, but the rest of it is.
Let me see your arms.
It's a question mark. It's normal. Nothing strange going on here. Bones seem to be working, holding things up. I got muscles. I got all the stuff I'm supposed to have, holding the bones together.
Shirt's really weighing you down.
Take off your shirt.
No, what the hell is this? No.
Worth a try?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
He did the arm thing. I thought for sure he was going to take his shirt off.
I can be peer pressured into things. It's successable on me many times.
Sure.
No, I also understand that there are cameras everywhere here, so it's not going to happen.
Okay.
It'll be in the most insane of circumstances, all right?
You got it.
For like an anniversary of the stream, when you get over 5,000 concurrent viewers.
Shirt off that bad.
Yes, some people do. Some people would. Why would you do that to me?
What?
Why do that? What is
that
move right there? To go, hey, nobody wants to see you with your shirt off after all of that.
I said we, as in Celine and I.
I know
the
you
original
guys don't.
chant.
Get out of here. I'm done with this. Let me get to the story.
Celine just did a thumbs up. Did you see that?
Did he?
Yeah,
by accident.
It hurts my feelings.
Like little reaction thing is there we go.
Where's Jackson? Is he sleeping? He's completely out.
Hold on, let's see here.
I'm gonna do what he does for me and Lady Dog.
The monitor. Yeah, he's asleep.
Yeah.
Imagine if he was spray painting the entire room.
Oh, good God. All right. The White House is preparing perhaps an executive order to, and this sounds big. I don't know if you could do this. They'll have to check on that. To abolish the Department of Education, this says. The story from NBC News, and I don't know if they're partisan in this or if this is legit, says the planned orders follow years of campaign promises from President Donald Trump to abolish the Department of Education. And it says something he cannot do without Congress approval. The White House is preparing an executive order to eliminate the Department of Education. Two sources familiar with the plans told NBC News. President Donald Trump cannot, NBC News says, unilaterally abolish a federal agency without the approval of Congress. The planned order follows years of campaign promises. And he says, in total, American society, is this Trump speaking? Yeah, the then candidate Trump said, in total, American society pours more than $1 trillion a year into public education systems. That sounds too high. That doesn't sound right. Last week, Trump signed another education-related order to expand school choice, but this would be a big one if he tried to nuke the Department of Education entirely.
Does that mean Vince McMahon's ex doesn't get her job?
I don't know. If there's no Department of Education, nobody could be the head of the Department of Education. If you gut the Department of Education, that would be something different. But if you're trying to just abolish it, abolish is to get rid of. Like, abolish ICE to get rid of ICE. Abolish the police, get rid of the police. Abolish the Department of Education means get rid of the Department of Education, seemingly sending that responsibility back to the states, which...
Isn't there something, another group he was trying to abolish? I felt like I've heard this exact story just with another organization plugged in Mad Lib style where they said Congress would have to approve if he wanted to get rid of that.
I would like him to abolish I think it's called the IRS. I think that one. Yeah, I think that would be fantastic.
Okay.
If that happened. Would we go under as a nation? We might have to risk it. We might have to see what happens.
Let's abolish going under.
If we just do that, we could write $1 trillion check to ourselves and we're rich forever.
Trump has signed an executive order to end failure. And you just always win.
It's nice. What a time to be alive. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Tuesday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Today on the show, Florida's gambling hotline is defunded. Waffle House is doing what? At 4 o'clock, we'll do What'd You Do That's New, listener installment. For trivia, it's a pack of Monster Truck Show tickets plus pit passes, plus It's Only Money with Scott Brown from Edgewater Family Wealth. 4 opportunities for you to win $1,000 plus your calls, texts, and talkbacks.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey, Central Florida, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team Meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for the rest of our day, we are going to be expecting warming temperatures. Highs will be over 10 degrees above normal for this time of year with a high of 84 degrees today in Orlando. We'll hold steady right around the mid-80s through the end of this week and even into the weekend with high pressure overhead. That will help to keep us on the dry side as well with a good amount of sunshine. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Audible. Tap into your well-being with Audible audiobooks, podcasts, and originals. Expand your life with expert insight and motivation for better health, habits, relationships, finance, and more. Start listening free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at audible.com.
Elixir has upped its game, keeping all your favorite items with all new from-scratch menu. Homemade burgers, your favorite wings now serving fresh fish of the day, plus braised short ribs and lots more. This Sunday, watch the big game on the only outdoor patio downtown. With bottomless mimosas, only $16.99. Elixir on Washington Street, near the corner of Orange Ave in downtown Orlando. Find them online at elixirorlando.com.
Oh, mornings. Some people love them.
Okay, you have everything for your math test. And Mom, you have my lunch.
Some people hate them.
Everybody get in the car. Go, go, go.
We've all got to do them. Good thing Wawa's up and ready for you every morning. With fresh coffee, hot sizzlies, and fast, friendly service to keep your morning moving right along. Mornings made easy. Gotta have a Wawa.
Hush, little baby, yes you can. Mama's gonna buy you a prepaid plan. And with that Florida prepaid plan, Mama's gonna send you to college land. And when you're free to pursue your dreams, Mama's gonna watch your future beam.
With a Florida 529 prepaid plan, you can save for your little one's future. Plans start at $29 a month. Open enrollment is now.
Orlando's signature event is back. The Arnold Palmer Invitational presented by MasterCard returns to Bay Hill March 3rd through 9th. Watch your favorite PGA Tour pros define their legacy at a tournament as iconic as its namesake. Score a high five at the fan deck. Relive the vibes at Throwback Thursday with Corksicle. And savor every swing at Wine and Dine on 9 presented by Carmel Road Winery. Plus experience the all-new Lake House for unbeatable views of the action. Where will you be when a new champion is crowned? Secure your spot at ArnoldPalmerInvitational.com.
Roll with Hard Rock Bet for Big Game 59 because we're rolling out over $5.9 million in bonus bets. The big game kicks off Sunday in New Orleans, but get your share of Big Easy bonus bets now so you can place more bets on us instead of using your own cash. It's the big game rollout. $5.9 million in promos only on Hard Rock Bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Great news! You're getting a Gabe store. Do you know about Gabe's? They offer the biggest brands for up to 70% off department store prices. You'll get huge savings on apparel and footwear for the whole family, plus picks for your home from their private label brand, Old Time Pottery. Shop deals on personal care, everyday essentials, and pantry items too. Join the grand opening on February 8th at 1300 West International Speedway Boulevard in Daytona. Doors open at 9 a.m. Gabe's, find your deal.
New Year's resolutions are in full swing. So here's one for you. Clear vision. Seriously, if you're dealing with contacts or glasses, laser vision correction at the Filatowski Eye Institute is a game changer. With over 65,000 procedures, they are the trusted choice for Central Florida. And they have 24-month interest-free financing, so you don't have to wait. You can start seeing clearly and stay on budget. Text 1041 to 868686 and schedule your free consultation today. Clear vision, clear future. It all starts with the Filatowski Eye Institute. Just text 1041 to 868686 now for your free LASIK consultation.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
For live radio to have lyrics, that's amazing.
You guys outdid yourselves.
Join the millions already on the new and improved iHeartRadio app.
Can I give it 6 stars?
Find your new favorite feature on the iHeartRadio app today.
iHeartRadio.
HOA and condo board members, fiber internet has never been easier. Bluestream Fiber simplifies the switch, helping your community save up to 50% while keeping residents happy. Their step-by-step process makes upgrading hassle-free. Visit bluestreamfiber.com/radio today.
Addiction can be isolating, but there is strength in numbers. Together, we can bring out the best in those who are in need of recovery while removing stigma. The Phoenix has built a nationwide community in support of people living a sober lifestyle. In partnership with 1 Million Strong, we're uniting the music industry, fans, and artists to take action to transform the way people think about addiction and recovery. Are you affected by addiction, or do you know someone who is? Visit 1millionstrong.com to connect with the Phoenix community and find the support you need.
Join the show. Send your dispatch now at thenewsjunkie.com.
And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Tuesday. Make sure you are subscribing to the podcast. If you're missing any of the show, that is just not necessary. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and subscribe right now. All right, lots of stuff on the way out. Let's start with a couple emails. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Tall Paul emails, and he's talking about getting rid of government spending and waste. He says, let's start with all the people who don't work, don't have a job, and let's get them off the government dole. And then he says, then we can look at the people who are not productive in the government, says Tall Paul. Well, Tall Paul, I have bad news for you. There are a lot of dumb people in the United States of America, and many of them are unemployable. All right. And we're always going to have this problem. It's just going to be the case. So you have to have a safety net in society. You can't just go, all of these people just have to wither away. You got to have a safety net. You got to go like, are these people down here? They're going to get some sort of structure, and you know they're going to be able to live off the government to some extent. I just think that's a reality. Maybe you don't. I think if you consider that, then you go, where else can we save money? And that's in any other place where we're just wasting it by the billions. That's where you could do the best damage. Or fixing things. Maybe I should use that kind of language. DJ, this Super Bowl is the most overblown, says DJ. Most overhyped, fake corporate showcase of greed and fake patriotism ever invented. I'm a huge NFL fan. I'm tuned in all day, every Sunday. But the 2 games played Sunday before last, which determine who goes to the Super Bowl, are 2 of the best games of the year. The Super Bowl is nothing but a full week of nonsense. It's just a football game. 4 hours to fill in the $7 million commercials, he said.
You sound like you're fun to watch the big game with.
I have a video here. I'm worried about this video because I just stumbled on it, and it's supposed to show 2 cops that this guy found that were drunk. Oh. I want to hear it. I've run it through our AI sensor machine. Hoping for the best, but everybody be on your toes, okay? Let's watch this together. Here we go.
Who are you? Huh? Who are you?
Who am I?
Yeah, what's your name?
Hey, there we go.
Yeah, I missed one right off the jump.
It was the beep right before the F word.
Yep. Yeah, it's happening fast. But this guy says he's caught these cops outside of a bar and that they've been drinking.
Don't think we should play anymore. I can already tell in your voice you're going to play it again.
No, I'm not. No. I'm going to take a break on this. I'll play it tomorrow on the show because it's just now
hammered?
kind of surfacing. They sound drunk. I can't say, like, obviously I'm not able to see a breathalyzer or something, but they sound like the cops are drunk, like they were drinking during the shift that they were on. So we'll dig a little further into that tomorrow. Also, some tidbits coming in. This one says, just in, a juvenile armed with an AR-15 entered an Arkansas airport and demanded a plane.
Jesus.
Before being subdued by staff and a pilot. No injuries reported. And somebody says, how did he enter the airport with an AR-15 to begin with? He may have just come into the beginning, the entry part of the airport. And it was in Texarkana, Arkansas. So it's probably a very small airport, I would guess.
Do you think if they gave him a plane, he would know what to do with it? Like, there's got to be a small chance that maybe he does know how to fly a plane.
Here's your plane.
Probably, likely, not at all.
Yeah.
And so they would just, okay, here, have a plane.
Sure, right. CNJ Forge says, dumb people are unemployable. The world will always need ditch diggers. I'm talking about even below that. The people who just don't want to produce for society. It's just always going to happen. You're always going to have people who don't fit in as well, and then you can choose to either starve those people or have some sort of like minimum income that you keep them at. And I think starving them seems wrong. That's just a moral choice I'm going to make. Let's do the final dispatches.
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only play one.
Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. We got them rolling in right now. Let me refresh to make sure we have the latest and greatest in the dispatch world. Here's Marcinator talking about babies.
I don't even know if you do dispatches anymore through your app, so hopefully it goes through. But Sean, you are hilarious.
Bits and pieces of snuggling here and there. Sometimes we do and sometimes we don't.
I feel that you're probably the biggest, like, snuggle bug, little teeny tiny baby when you're sick. Poor Courtney has to
Little spoon for sure.
Act like you're still the tough guy with his skinny jeans and Vans and his black t-shirt. Whatever, man. I think that you like to be snuggled and cuddled, and you're probably
a little baby. Bye.
That's a pretty good impersonation. I don't
That's a great voice.
Yeah, it was good. I thought it was good. She's wrong. I'm not that person. I wish I was. I wish I was a little more snuggly, but it's just not in my nature. This is the way I am,
been
friends.
drinking.
I can get a little huggy. Yeah, like when I have a couple of drinks in me, I'll say, I don't know. I don't hang on people ever, but I might be more open to hugging somebody if I've had a couple of drinks. Here we are, regardless, at these stories.
You know what I think just came up? The anniversary of?
What?
The drunk phone call.
Oh, did it? Oh.
Because I saw in my time hop a bar lit on fire, and I think we did that the night before.
Good.
The drunk phone call.
We had nothing to do with the bar lighting on fire, just for the record, all right? That was completely separate from all of this. Let's do the stories that didn't make the cut. Let's see. All this should have made the cut here.
Good.
People were coming at Casey Musgraves, and they're saying that she looked upset that Beyonce won the country Grammy, and a rep had to share a statement saying that, no, she was fine. She was happy about this. Hey, Casey Musgraves was also up for the same award. It would be okay for her to be disappointed if she didn't win the award.
You're allowed to be upset that you didn't win.
The same thing with Billie Eilish.
That's dumb.
And her, because the camera went right to her after Beyonce won Album of the Year.
Yeah, you could be upset if you don't win. That's fine. It's like you were also up for this giant accomplishment or award, whether you look at it that way or not.
You weren't
else.
as good. Sorry.
But that's the way it works. Here we go. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Tuesday, February 4th, 2025. Today I learned Val Kilmer when he was playing this band's lead singer right here.
Motley Crue.
It's not a window.
It's a wall. The wall.
It's not
Pink
a wall.
Floyd.
It's
floor.
another crucial part of a house, not the floor.
The ceiling.
Nope, not the ceiling.
Okay, I feel like I've named
the
all
doors.
the house
it's the
stuff.
doors.
Okay.
It's Riders on the Storm has a real long intro. real long storm intro here at the beginning of this song.
I can't hear it.
That's fine. Val Kilmer had to go to therapy
why he weren't saying anything.
after he finished filming The Doors because he couldn't shake his Jim Morrison character. It became a major problem with him.
Okay,
he went and talked to a therapist and it worked him out.
Taron Egerton go to that same
possibly Taylor,
therapy?
This band right here. Right here.
Yep.
Cut my life
There you
into
go.
pieces. This is my last resort.
Suffocate.
Papa Roach.
Papa Roach, that's right. Boy. All right, we made it to the finish line.
don't
Warner
know the
Brothers
names.
turned down signing Papa Roach after listening to an unreleased demo. The demo included the tracks Infest, Last Resort, which you're hearing right now, Broken Home, and more. They said, it sounds like a bunch of kids who are just going wild, and they're not good at what they're doing. Turns out that they did okay for themselves, though.